everybody. For once, we're on time. Holy shit. Well, sort of on time. We're only 2 minutes.
I was going to say we're 2 minutes late.
That's relatively good for us. That's relatively good for us. Let's be real. But hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's episode of the Aesala campaign. Where last we left our players, after having a, how do we put this, uncomfortable evening sleeping outside, including a visit from a colleague of one of the players. We
One of the letters.
We also had a couple other little things peek out. They arrived in the city of Daisu with the large stone walls with the red roofing. Very Eastern inspired. It's like I had planned this all along. Ho ho ho.
You don't plan anything.
I actually have notes. Fuck you, Wiz. I have full notes for this. Fuck you.
You don't plan anything, and if you do, you forget it.
No, I actually have it up and everything. Like,
it's because he's playing the New Japan-inspired Pokemon game.
Actually, no. This was always the
Exactly
plan for
reason.
Daisu. This was always the plan for Daisu.
Sure it
one
was.
sec. Let me
Sure.
show you to prove I have.
But are we going to talk about that the name of the place is English for dice?
English.
Can we talk about it's actually
Brian, I rolled a nat
Japanese
20 for the
for I
Was it actually based off
believe
Pokemon?
beauty. But see, I have actual notes.
See, avoiding.
He is avoiding the question.
I actually did not hear anything Sam just said.
I rolled a nat 20 for a 26 on Insight. Is the thing actually based on Pokemon?
No, I planned this months ago. So fuck you.
Damn it.
Once again.
Damn it, his deception check must be higher than mine.
No, I'm being legit. That was
passive
actually
deception.
It worked. It worked. Cool. There. Now we have the city of Daisu laid out, even though all my players can go find it in player materials because it looks better there. But yes, you guys come to a very large red gate with two individuals standing on the outside. They appear to be human, clad in armor, kind of looking at you guys with spears kind of at their sides.
That's rude. Oh, I thought they were pointing at us for a second. I was like, that's rude.
That's rude.
The traditional greeting
Wait,
points
hard
to
to
people.
ask who's the Beastmaster?
Well, as long as they don't ask me what my favorite color is, I'm sure I won't go flying off any bridges.
I mean, more importantly, there's two doors. One of us only tells truth. The other only tells lies. I will never do that joke. I will never. That is my promise.
You just did that joke.
I meant like in actual D&D.
Right now.
In actual, like, I will never have a guard say that shit. Because it's a bad riddle that everyone does for no goddamn reason.
You know
Well,
what
you
the
see.
best part about that riddle is?
The fact that you
The
can look at the other
proper
guard
way-
and say it's one time!
One time!
I love the joke.
No, I mean, if you stab one of them and watch him bleed out, and then you ask the other guy, is he dead? You'll know whether or not.
Oh, I forgot about that joke.
That's the better joke, actually, in my opinion. But that's just because I have horrible taste in jokes. But
know.
continuing on. So
Yeah.
what do you
No
guys
hesitation.
do as you come up to this gate?
Are they? Oh,
I mean, the gate's closed. Let me rephrase this. The gate is closed.
yeah, there we go. Excuse us. Can we enter?
So,
Oh.
I'm sorry. Just for clarity's sake, we're approaching this from the south, so we'd be walking up on the gate there next to the rubble, or
Yeah.
which gate are we approaching? Okay, just sorry if I missed it.
Yeah, no, you did not. That was my fault. So, let me pull up the thing on my end because it's hard to see on the stream because Stream is small. So yes, you'll be coming up on the end closest to the rubble.
Oh shit, map.
You have to find it yourself.
I mean,
Yeah, it's not pinned.
do you know how many things I'd have to pin?
There it is.
What?
So gate closest to rubble. Got it.
Yep.
Bottom right.
So,
Oh.
There's Lucky.
Yeah, hello?
Took 5 minutes.
thank you, Lucky. I appreciate you. You're a good pup.
I'm not drunk today.
Right?
The city doesn't have walls. I just walk into the city.
No, it does. I said it has walls. I just didn't
It's
put
just
them on
a
the...
single
map
gate on the
does
road
not
and that's
have
it.
I didn't want to put walls on the maps because the map builder was kind of annoying me.
My
No, I
immersion is
understand
broken.
The map builder is very annoying. That's why I leave it as the default and don't do any of the customization with it.
I liked it though, so I'm like, it looks cool. But yeah, you guys come up to the gate. Guards pay you
Hello?
no mind. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever. The guards don't pay us any mind.
I mean, the gate's shut, so unless you're planning to open the gate yourself.
Oh, okay. Then I will go.
I mean,
Can-
I feel
can
like
we-
a
Oh.
good number of our party could possibly just fly over the wall.
Yeah, I
By
don't wanna
good
get in
number, you
trouble.
mean like 2?
Too.
I'm not getting in trouble. Excuse us. Can we have entry?
Business or pleasure?
Business.
Why do I have to pick one? Can't they be the same thing?
God damn it.
You see the other guard kind of gives a coy smirk. The correct answer. And you see they open the door for you.
Well, okay then.
And you guys walk in, and you see this initial portion you see is very run down as you walk into the rubble. It is very much kind of like the slums as you walk in. Like you can see like a lot of the buildings are either boarded up or very much falling apart as you walk in. You see people kind of running around, especially small children. A lot of them are in essentially almost rags, chasing either each other around or every now and then a stray cat.
So what I am going to like, let me look around and see, like, is this just a really seedy part of town, or is this, you know, more or less what I'm trying to get at
Is whether or not this city is
I
all
want
just
to
kind of
know-
scummy.
I want to know whether or not this is the part of town where people can go missing and no one would look for them.
How are you doing that?
Didn't have children again.
Oh, I'm just looking around. I want to basically take in the populace, see how they interact with each other or avoid each other. I want to see if there's any like street gangs that I can spot that are, you know, tucked away in an alley waiting to ambush someone, stuff like that.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
They ambushed the giant elk. They got issues, man.
Roll insight on building.
I'd like to roll inside if the building's looking at me or not.
Is it a mimic?
It's a mimic.
Oh fuck! No.
It's always a mimic.
Monster
Everything's a
House is
mimic.
here. Fantastic.
Surprise! The city is the mimic. All right, so I got a 7. Wait, I clicked insight instead of perception. My bad.
Happens.
Inside that building.
Look, I need to know if the streets are lying to me. All right, 15.
15.
I mean,
You don't see any signs of like this place being kind of, well, it is kind of the more broken down portion. You don't see like any signs of gang activity, though. On closer inspection, you see a lot of the buildings are painted. There are murals along the sides of a lot of them.
Like proper murals or like graffiti art?
A, almost a mixture of the two.
Okay, okay. You know what? I like this side of town.
Like this is the very much the like lower class area. It's not so much the like no one gives a fuck about people area. It's the lower class area.
So it's not a hard slum. It's just sort of slummy.
Yeah, it's like people stop caring about the outside look as long as they're taking care of themselves and each other.
Are there
Kinda.
any? I want to make a joke now that we did
Go ahead.
mimic voice.
Oh no.
Can I look around? Actually, no, I don't think Shriek would know what that is. Shriek even know what that could be?
No, give me a
Fuck.
history check.
Does Streak know what a mimic is?
No, I'm not saying what Shriek a mimic.
We're having a flashback to the talk we had on the elk.
No, hold on. Look at. Yeah, I don't think a 6 is gonna get me what I want. Never mind. Anyway, let's
Jesus
continue.
Continuing. So as
Moving on.
what direction do you guys kind of want to head?
Well, did we ever figure out where he lived?
No,
Well, we know
just
he
stays
lives
here.
in the town, and if he's a business owner, especially owning a mine, chances are he's pretty wealthy. So I guess we should start looking around
Not
in
here.
the more defined, like elegant part of town, but probably
Well,
not
I-
where the nobles live.
Do we want to ask the guards?
I mean, it's not like we're trying to be weird about it, so I don't think they'd have a problem.
Yeah, we're just looking for a merchant, basically. Like, it's not a big
Good.
deal.
The owner of the mine?
Yeah, but I mean, it's basic. He's sort of like a merchant in my head.
I think he's a step up from merchant.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah, I guess I'd find a like a merchant. God damn it! I find a guard, and
I've seen like
Go ahead,
merchant
continue.
5 times.
I was gonna, and then I'll ask them when I find one. Do you know where the location of the notes? Pulling up my notes. Thaddeus would be a mine owner.
Thaddeus. I mean, there are lots of mine owners in the area. Don't know any specifics. Most likely, you're either going to be looking towards the wedge or the marble, depending on their renown.
Okay, thank you. I come back. Well, the best I got was we're either looking inside of the marble or the
The wedge.
the wedge. And that's all I got. Because apparently, no, he's not that big of a deal here.
Where are those?
Yeah, right.
They don't know that you guys don't know.
I mean, worst case scenario, we end up murdered in an alleyway, robbed and penniless. I say live for the adventure. Let's just pick a direction and walk. I'm sure we'll find somewhere eventually. As long as we are putting the destroyed part of town behind us,
Just
we're
ask
probably headed in
Bob
the right
again.
direction.
Oh. Okay.
I suppose this is a good plan.
Well, we could just follow the main road.
Yeah, that would lead to the town square, and I'm sure there's plenty of people there that could give us better directions.
Or we
Probably.
could look for a sign.
Bold of you
That
to
might be in
assume
the-
that the wizard can read.
Both of you to assume that I couldn't read the sign myself.
Yeah, but like,
Okay, let's
I
go
wanna know.
before you two get into it.
lead the way.
So you guys are following the main road?
Yep.
Alright. So you guys head through. And as you do, everyone give me a perception check, please.
Okie
Absolutely.
dokie.
I will roll
That's
insight again.
well.
30-20.
I got a 14.
25.
21.
I got 22, and my owl. Is this perception based on sight and sound?
Yes.
My owl got an 18.
Cyrus, what was yours?
8.
8. So anyone with an 18 or higher, you see, as you're kind of walking by, you see an individual in an alleyway, about 10 feet back into the alley, appears to have a, like about 4 or 5 paintbrushes floating around him as he appears to be doing something on the wall. But he's hooded, and on closer inspection, anyone with above a 20 would see he's wearing a mask.
Anything
So it's just some dude
specific
doing
on the
some
mask?
graffiti.
It is white with red and purple lines.
Does that have any
No.
significance?
None to me.
None to
That's
any
all
of
I
you?
care about.
Then yeah, he's not doing it. I don't know the laws of this town, so she's just gonna ignore it.
I would like to make sure
I-
he's not following us, but
I mean,
I'm not going to stop him.
fair. Yeah,
Out
he
of
just
character
needs to-
comment. I'm half debating going into check.
If that's what your
Would-
character would do.
I would like to leave my owl familiar on just a crate or a box along, like, at the end of the alleyway. If there's anything there, I could just set my owl on.
Yeah.
And I'd like the owl to stay about 60 feet behind us as we travel through the city.
Is he staying on the same alley as this individual?
Up until we are 60 feet away, yes.
Give me a stealth
then-
check for him.
He is going to be following us. Well,
the stealth
He
check
might
or
be
the owl
following us.
fucking dies.
I had the owl open, but I accidentally closed it. I'm doing that DM play of forgetting to keep my stat blocks open.
Yeah.
Stealth plus 3, okay. He got a modified 20,
Okay. Cool.
and he can communicate telepathically with me regardless of a language barrier.
Yep. Yeah.
I just want to point out that your owl can sneak attack me because I only got a 12 perception.
Yeah.
My owl has flyby, so it doesn't get opportunity attacks either.
There's a reason owl is the best familiar that isn't like any of the other like ridiculous ones.
Game breaking ones, yeah.
I'm telling the panther to go down the alley.
Oh, Jesus Christ, guys.
You know this
Um,
could just be like a dude doing street art, right?
Give me a stealth check for the panther. Unless you're not blatantly being stealthy.
Unless you're just trying to
22.
Yeah, this dude does not. He seems pretty intent on his painting as the panther goes closer. Are you on the panther or no?
I am on the panther.
All right. As you get closer, give me an additional perception check, please.
16.
As you get closer, you're a trickster. You know when paint is very recent. About 10 feet down the alley, like just before you get to him, he still hasn't noticed you. We'll call it the mask peripherals are not great. Let's be real.
Yeah.
As you get down there, you realize that about there's when the fresh paint gets there, and as you're looking at what he's newly painting. Give me an insight check.
19.
19.
Jesus.
You see, like, while most of the paintbrushes are very clearly trying to paint this elaborate thing, you notice one of them is clearly not as it's moving. Nothing's being no paint is being put on. Do you continue forward?
I'm pretty sure I've seen this show.
I do.
You pretty much are like right up on him now. He still honestly does not pay you any mind.
So I'm gonna get under the panther, like underneath his stomach.
Okay.
Go.
Like
What
on
you
the
doing?
ground, or you're just holding on to this?
Like I'm holding onto the stomach.
So you don't see it.
Yeah.
He looks over. Oh my god! And on closer inspection, the mask he's wearing, very, similar to Arcane the Rat individual's mask. Very similar to that. But you can see on closer inspection, the two red lines go over his eye, and the purple line in the center goes directly over the center. And he goes, "Oh my god!" and starts booking it.
Okay, have fun.
No. That's no fun. Oh well.
Just gonna have
So
Julius go back then.
I'm sorry. Like, I know I wasn't there to witness it, but I want to enjoy the storytelling. So by the rat, Arcane the rat, you were referring to the rat that drinks the purple shit and gets all veiny and cracked out?
No, I mean the guy that Jinx shoots and has the rat mask on. He's like almost looks like a bat.
Yeah,
Bat actually, more than a rat, actually, somewhat ish.
that's
Yeah.
fine.
So you head back. By the way, Camilla, you see that entire interaction through the owl's eyes, because he's like, wait, there's something funny happening. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. Look at it.
Then you guys see the panther walk back up to you guys as if nothing happened.
What did you do?
I'm going to communicate
Scared the guy who
with
was-
the owl for it to return to me.
You're the guy who was painting.
Oh, okay. You didn't hurt him, did you, or did you just scare him?
No, he didn't even see me. He only saw
Oh.
Julius.
That's good, at least.
In
I don't know what
fairness,
happened
if
to
I were him,
Elliot.
I'd
I
run
think he
too.
got left behind. We had a weasel earlier. I don't know where he went.
Maybe he got in that field of flowers and just
Maybe.
conked
I wouldn't
out.
I wouldn't be half surprised if he's in my bag or something. Animals seem to do that for some reason.
But anyways,
So, then you guys.
Did he look like he was doing anything important or weird?
one of the paintbrushes wasn't painting.
Oh,
It looked like it was trying to paint, but it wasn't putting anything on.
So it could be an invisible ink. Maybe he's putting sigils around the city no one can see.
Quite possibly.
Or it could have been a brush technique in order to spread the paint around.
Well, then you would expect the brush to be doing something at least. He said it didn't look like it was doing anything.
If
Weird.
you're not, is he skilled at painting to know the difference?
Fair enough, I suppose. You know what? Yeah, you're onto something with that.
Ah,
All right. So you
I
guys.
asked the important question.
if we were in private and not in the middle of open, out of character comment, we were in private, not in the open, he would be like, Darius would have been like, I'm perfectly fine at painting and acid splash for them.
The correct answer at that point. But you guys continue onward, and you get to a point where you see a couple shops, and then you come in, and then just ahead of you, you see this wide open bazaar, and there's literally hundreds of God, can't think of them.
Hundreds of
Dolls.
gods. That sounds amazing.
No, stalls. Yes, thank you.
Dogs?
Gods. Hundreds of gods. Just kidding. Gods.
I'm
barely
just saying,
irrelevant.
if there was hundreds of gods just hanging out in the marketplace,
You'd
like-
be terrified.
It's a family
I mean,
reunion.
no, I would have so many questions. So
Yes.
many questions. The rest of this show would just be me asking them all of the questions.
But no, you see hundreds of stalls throughout, selling everything from knickknacks, clothing, weaponry.
Are there any paddywhacks?
More bones.
Is anyone
There
giving
are some
dogs
bones. There are some bones.
And are they being given to dogs?
No, there is a dog
Oh.
kind of wandering through the stalls. So.
I call shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
I
Where
swear,
are
the
the
next person to
dogs?
say shenanigans is gonna get it. Hey, what's the name of that place that you like to go to? It's got all that crap up on the walls. Oh,
You mean shenanigans? I
Oh,
fucking
shit.
love that movie. Love that movie.
piss up next guy says shenanigans.
So, what are you guys gonna do as you enter the wedge?
Well, we gotta
I
look for them.
mean, I know we're looking for somebody, but
Do I
can
see any
browse
stall-
while we walk around?
Do I see any stalls with like people with oars or any type of thing?
Give me a perception check. As I
Well-
stack dice like a child.
Natural
what would-
20 for a 26.
Jesus.
Disgusting.
Uh,
I
yes, actually, you see
Get
a
nerfed.
very large pile towards the back of coal.
Treek will go off and go over to this stall and go, hello.
You see a dwarven woman behind the stall. Well, hello there. How may I help you today? Do you need some coal? Maybe some basic oars?
Actually, if you don't mind me asking, do you know a certain fellow named Thaddeus?
Oh, you mean Ivan's brother?
Yes, let's go with that.
Yes, I know Thaddeus.
Do you know where he is? We need to talk to him about something.
Well, if you need to talk to him, you might want to get a medium.
What?
Uh-huh.
You might want to get a medium.
As in
Oh, he's
someone who's
dead? Are you
bigger than
telling
a
me?
small, but smaller than a large.
If you're looking at me right now and telling me this motherfucker is dead,
Medium fries? What are you talking about?
Well, you see, she's talking about the little halfling that's running away from the cops.
Oh, the small, medium, at large?
God.
I fucking hate you, but it's so good. So good.
Well,
um,
that's all I can handle for this week. See you next week, folks.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fucking same. I'm done with this.
Oh god, it was so good though.
so well, hold on,
Fucking hate it here.
hold on. Before, just so I'm getting this through my head, Thaddeus is dead.
Yes.
Oh, that's lovely. Who's the second in charge of his business at the
I mean,
moment?
Ivan, his brother.
Yeah, I assume his brother would have taken over.
I'm
How recently did Thaddeus pass?
What do you? How did you get here? Where have you from?
I'm from
Where'd you come from?
Daisu.
No,
Where
not
did you
him.
go?
I'm talking to
Where did you come
freaking
from?
Calorex.
Carxus.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I will retract my inquiries as I continue to browse.
Was I that easily followed? Then do you know where I can find Ivan?
Last I knew, he was not immediately available. Give me just a moment. You see, she walks away from the stall for a little bit. She seems to go back about 80 feet from you. She pulls out a stone from her pocket, starts communicating.
Dimension
Can I
doors.
hear at all what she's saying? Like at
She's
all?
like
Am I
80
passive
feet, bro.
perception? But
She's
it's 21
80
passive perception. Come on.
80
Crowded
feet with
market.
her back to you.
Fine. Never mind.
You gotta put your hearing aids in.
Yeah, let me put my hearing aids real quick. What are you saying, stranger?
She starts to come back. He's not currently available as he is preparing for personal business meeting this evening. He has an ordeal in the city after his brother's death that he must take care of. I can set up an appointment for you.
When would the earliest appointment be, perchance?
Out of character, did he have an ordeal or did he have an ordeal?
Shut up. Shut up.
Yes.
Shut up.
Yes to both.
Oh my god. That just clicked, you ass.
It was a
That's
good
good.
joke.
That's good.
The puns.
I know
The
a
puns
joke
are
was
on fucking point
kill.
tonight.
Do you know when the earliest appointment would be?
Probably 2 days max.
Oh.
Yeah.
3 months from now.
Mind it.
That's
That sounds lovely.
Gonna be
Yeah,
a
if you could do that,
problem. But I guess if you can. Oh, this is gonna be weird. If you could, setting an appointment would be lovely.
Darius
Not a
is gonna
problem.
walk up to Treek because he's also got his money.
Hey,
Darius, I should be following you.
hey, so where can you get an appointment with the person of the owner of the mining company? But
You mean
apparently we
the
have
one
to
that's
wait.
in trouble in the other town.
Thank you, Blocky.
Yeah,
And
but we won't get an appointment with him until 2 days.
did you
And
tell
there's
them
a-
that their mines and possibly getting shut down?
Well, I did.
She
well,
goes,
I
what?
did not say that. Oh
What?
yes. I forgot to mention. That's probably a good thing to mention. Thank you for coming over here. Yeah. They tried to destroy some. There was a coup of some sort. Some miners destroyed the town. I mean, destroyed the mine themselves to destroy some poor innocent people, and they're probably getting shut down for the proper wording.
Several violations.
There, yes, thank you.
Give me just a moment. And you see, she doesn't go as far back this time, only about 40 feet, because she's like very panicked.
Well, as she goes, I tell
uh,
Thaddeus. I tell Thaddeus. Oh, by the way, did you? Thaddeus is dead. We actually have to speak to Ivan, his brother.
Okay.
Just wanted to let that known.
You were saying
Brian,
something, Mama?
Oh, I would be going over there as well, because that's where everybody is.
Except for
Anybody
me, I'm
doing
wandering around
anything
checking out
else?
stalls.
You
I
mean
am.
2 people are over here?
Yeah, same.
The only people that are vocalizing what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
What's
fair.
anyone else doing?
Earlier, I was gonna say that I
The-
wanted to go looking for magical items.
Yeah,
That's cool,
and I'm just gonna wander through, see if there's any like books or tomes, anything scholarly, as unlikely as it would be. Just kind of wander through looking for that, or failing that, maybe something shiny and or potentially magical. Like I'm just wandering around asking questions about Thaddeus, who I'm sure is still alive,
But that's what you don't know.
and checking out people's wares.
Anything else anyone else is doing, just so I can keep track while I'm putting down notes quick here.
I'm walking around town making sure, my problems won't arise and just looking at some stalls.
All right. V.
So I came up behind Shriek and like started
Okay.
talking a little bit there. I wanted to ask, what ores does this woman have laid out on her stall?
So very clearly you see some iron, copper, silver, and you do see just a little bit of a kind of purple ore you don't recognize.
Oh. Okay. Are any of them harder? Are they all arranged like straight out, or is it like some are further back towards her? Or?
The silver and the purple one are closer to her.
Okay. Yeah. Fuck it. I would like to try to swipe the silver.
Oh my god. Okay.
Give
Wait,
me.
Can I ask a question real
Go
quick? Sorry. You're. Oh. Wait, no. So I got the characters mixed up. I thought you were a werewolf.
I'm just guy.
Apologies. Apologies.
No,
Give me
you
sleight of
actually gonna
hand.
step back. I'd like to try to swipe one of the bit of the silver.
Give me a sleight of hand.
This is my character was a thief coming out. Not natural 20.
Cool. So you go out, reach out, and then you pocket it, and then suddenly, all of you see a bit of sparkling appear on the table,
Fuck. What?
and then you see the rocks that were left there shift backwards, and then you see a small little gnome appear sitting cross-legged.
Hello. What?
He just kind of smiles at you, V.
Hey, do I get
V, what did you do?
nothing? I did nothing. Don't worry.
He did
about
nothing.
it. Who is this guy?
I'm rolling insight check on both of these fuckers. Hold on. I'm gonna roll insight because like he just appeared out of nowhere. That's a 23. D&D Beyond loves me today.
You were making an insight check on him?
Yeah.
He definitely has ulterior motives, but he doesn't seem to be of malice towards you guys. Let me
Okay.
Or at
phrase
least
that.
not you specifically.
Or at least towards me specifically.
No, call me
what
a
about it?
friend. He looks over at UV. Motions for you to put out your hand.
Yeah, how far back is the saleswoman?
She's still about 40 feet. You can hear her very loudly arguing with somebody on a sending stone.
I'll extend my hand, I suppose.
You see, as he reaches out towards you, he quickly pulls out a small knife and engraves into your hand, or cuts into your hand quick.
Okay, what's that for, you fucker?
What
You
the?
marked for death.
Take it to one of the wall arts. And then you see him fade back into sparkles. And you see just the ore all over the ground. From what he left.
I guess
You
she's not
you
working.
and Camilla both see this. And Therius.
I guess while the girls.
Maybe they were right about that invisible sigil thing.
What the fuck was that?
Fucking gnome genies are weird.
Y'all saw that too, right? I'm not
Careful,
crazy.
I have
Shelly.
no idea what you're talking
Why
about.
didn't you get any wishes?
I'm going to attempt a performance. Just pretend like I ran into the table and knocked stuff over.
Give me a performance check.
Oh,
Can
wait,
I
don't-
help? Can I give
all the shit
advantage by
knocked down.
like looking panicked and helping like pick stuff up?
Yes.
Yeah, you got advantage.
with advantage.
What an
The first roll
absolute
was
mess.
a 25.
Oh,
Roll
Jesus
again.
Christ.
The second roll was a
Nice.
12.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotta love
25.
that 12.
You bang into it, and everybody around
this
you
is-
kind of looks confused, and then
That was my
the
plan
woman
anyway.
hears it for a moment, and you hear her kind of go back to the
Oh.
conversation and then start walking over. What happened? Everyone okay?
I'm sorry. I'm dreadfully clumsy. I tripped over my own boots.
Yeah,
Not a
I'm sorry.
problem.
We're trying to put it back up.
You see, she starts to reorganize. Does not seem to notice that the silver is missing. Kay, what are you doing? Because I haven't gotten to you yet.
I think he's gonna just wander out of the marketplace. In all honesty, he's just taking in the society, and he's probably just aimlessly wandering off somewhere.
That's
Not
bad
even
for you.
in the wedge. You're leaving the wedge.
Yep, he's just going whatever
Cool.
direction.
Oh,
I need a
great.
D4 roll from you then.
I was literally just thinking. I was like, how many freaking sides? On? Let's see.
God damn it.
D4. It's a 4.
All right, so you start. So I'm gonna come to you last because I have plans.
Yeah, I don't
as
know where I'm going.
always. I have plans, but
Just watching as society shifts from one place to another.
Car, as you're kind of going around and looking, you do see a vendor with a massive pile of tomes. As you're wandering around, it is an Aarakocra behind it.
Aarakocra.
Hello
Hello,
there.
people.
I like your wings.
Well, thank you. I think if I had feathered ones like you, people might appreciate them more, though.
I mean, I like them. I think they're neat.
Well, thank you.
Suck up.
So as I piece through his wares, is there anything in particular that I can identify or pick out?
Give me an investigation check.
Sure thing. How about a 9?
You kind of, as you're looking through, a lot of it, there is a mixture of biographies, some fantasy stuff, a couple tales of other planes, and a couple very weird ones at first that kind of worry you, but then as you kind of read them, you realize they're just like essentially children's books that are like kind of badly written, where they're like, oh, this is the moral, stay away from this, but it's like kind of terrifying in actuality.
So we're talking like the original Grimm's Tales?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. You know what? I'm gonna inquire about the origin of that the children's book. Is this multiple tomes or is this just one?
Well, I have tome 1 and 2, but there are 10.
Okay. So do you know who wrote this book, or at least its place of origin?
I know I've met the author personally once. Very weird guy. He lives over in, one second, Cleescore, over on the other continent. He's kind of a wandering. I call him a bard, but barely.
A French bard, interesting.
Well,
I mean,
this is all valuable information to me. It sounds like a man after my own heart.
his
Going
name is
around collecting
Grimsley.
stories.
Oh my god.
Grimsley. I'll have to make a note of that.
Grimsley Huff.
Let me ask you, at what price would you be willing to part with these 2 tomes?
I mean, most of my tomes are priced at two gold apiece.
I'll tell you what. I will give you 5 for the both of them as a thank you for the information on the author, and just let me know if you happen across any other uh, similar books, ones that are more based in reality and less in fantasy.
Well, of course,
Does that
gladly.
sound like a fair deal?
I will gladly do so. You are greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you very much.
I am Air.
So let me go ahead.
He extends his
and
claw out to you.
I'm going to extend my hand to shake his claw, and with my free hand, I'm going to reach into my jacket pocket to retrieve my gold pouch. And after shaking his hand, I'll retrieve the 5 coins and lay them out so he can see and count them before collecting my 2 tomes.
You see he taps his talon against it. Very nice. Thank you. And if I see any
Absolutely.
more of these, I will keep them aside.
You don't perchance happen to have any kind of sending stones, do you?
Those are very expensive. I am but a humble merchant.
Understood. I was just curious because as much as I appreciate you setting them aside for me, with no way to notify me, I wouldn't be able to return and purchase them from you. But I suppose I can look around and see if I can remedy that problem somewhere else.
Of course.
So you said there was some biographies and the like as well.
Yes.
In the pile.
Yes, there are a couple different biographies.
Anybody whose name I would recognize.
Give me a history check.
Absolutely.
Brian, do they have any Revelation of True Power Guild stories?
How about a 27?
No.
So that's a natural 20 plus 7.
Yes. One that immediately catches your eye is where are my notes? Because of course the one bits of notes I don't actually have out.
That's your fault.
Right?
Look, you know that players always derail everything. You should be prepared by having 13 campaigns all compiled into one.
I mean, you're probably
What
not
rails?
wrong.
Imagine having rails.
What are rails?
Imagine making your party do a train impression.
Okay, everybody.
You
line
do
up,
notice
grab the next person by the hip.
book talking about the life and times of Athens, or as you know him, the Dragon of York homeland.
Ah, now that's definitely one that I want to snap up. Because I'm sure there's all kinds of valuable information in there. So I'm gonna pick it up and kind of inspect the cover and kind of roll it over in my hand, checking the spine and looking at the rear cover. Open it up and flip a couple pages. So what about this one?
Give me a quick insight check.
Absolutely. A 7.
Yeah, everything seems on the up and up with it. Well, I can tell you that was written by a very well-known bard who traveled all over the world. He has a whole series on each of the dragons. That one is the most recent one.
Most recent.
He's a human, but says that he was around during that time. I don't believe him.
So this is supposedly first-hand account.
According to him.
Hmm. And how long ago did he publish this?
This one is about 2 years old. He started his
So-
first one about 30 years ago.
So, if we suspend disbelief for a moment and accept that maybe he was around and he's just found some sort of magics to keep him from aging or dying, I'm slowly growing a suspicion in my head that he has already found the key to lichdom. Anyways, then that means this one would have the most up-to-date information of the set.
At least of a
Let
tense.
me make you an offer then. I will give you a list of books that I'm interested in, and if you can find any of them through your connections, then you can send a courier to me, and I will return to purchase them from you exclusively. You can be my official bookseller.
All right, then if
I
you
will keep you posted with notes sent by messenger as to where I'm headed.
well, then if you don't mind, actually, you see he reaches under his stall and pulls out a book quick. But when he unfurls it, it transforms into a parrot.
His book
Turns into a parrot.
transforms into a parrot. That's a neat
I like
party
it.
trick.
Well, Polly, if you don't mind getting his scent, you should be able to follow him sometimes. He's not very good. He's slow.
Maybe he needs a cracker.
Does Polly want a cracker?
You try to give him a cracker, he doesn't eat it. I mean, Polly is still a book. Technically.
I mean,
it's polymorphed him.
double or nothing.
Try to feed him ink.
All right,
Out of
so
character comment.
anyway, I actually have ink in my bag. Not the point. So I'm going to allow the parrot book to get my scent, I suppose. And
Yeah, it like crawls all over you, sniffing at you. It's a little weird.
That's interesting. So, I mean, this is a strange question, right? But would I be able to cast Beast Bond on it?
It is
It is-
not technically an animal. Technically.
Okay.
Construct,
like-
probably.
Like, on closer
That's-
inspection,
that's-
as it's moving around you, you see the words are clearly still written on this parrot from the
Oh,
book.
so like the feathers are. That's cool.
It's like a paper mache.
That is really cool. I like this.
Some
In any
origami.
case, I'm gonna ask the Arakakra, where did you learn that spell?
Oh, well, it's kind of a simple transmogrification spell where essentially I turn the book into a bird. I can only really make birds, though.
Fair enough.
But most spells like this, depending on the level you can cast it at, a lot of the creatures or items keep a lot of the features of what they were previously. And you see after the parrot finishes kind of acquiring your scent, he flies back to the table, and as he's like hovering just above it, he transforms back into a book, and air catches it and sets it to the side.
When he catches the book, just out of curiosity, can I make out a title on it, or what book it is?
Yes. As he closes it and sets it down, you see the title of it is the Encyclopedia of Tropical Birds.
Ah, I love it. So, I'm going to offer him, let's go with, I'll tell you what, sir. I feel that a deposit of 40 gold pieces should be fair. Do you agree?
Yeah, sure! Yeah!
Okay. So I will give you 40 gold pieces, and you can spend that money to seek out other tomes, and there's also a little extra in there for the hassle of having to send your encyclopedia to find me
I mean, with
and
that, I can
notify me.
just take it off each time a little bit if you'd like. Every time I can send one.
Yeah,
Instead,
I would be fine with either of those options. If you would like to send them to me, and the benefit of having a book be your courier is I can return money to it or return money to you by it uh, if ever funds run low.
sounds like a plan. I like this deal. It works.
Lovely. Well then, I'm going to start by taking this piece off your hands now.
Of course.
I'm going to tuck away my 3 books, the biography and the 2 children's tomes, and I'm going to nod to him and turn and walk back into the general bustle of the market.
All right. I'm gonna hop back over to Karina walking around town. Give me a perception check, please, quick.
Dirty 20.
Cool. So you wander around, kind of keeping an eye out, making sure like nobody seems to like recognize you. You don't see any symbols you recognize. But then you feel a presence walking next to you. Very kind of overpowering in a way. Just kind of keeping
Ooh.
at pace with you.
Plot development.
Development. Probably not.
Part 2.
Not taking down the hood. I'm gonna take a hard left down a random alleyway and see what happens.
To the left, to the
He
left.
stays in step with you.
All right. Probably a risk, but I'll say in Elvish. You know, it's not very polite to follow someone unannounced.
He replies back, "It is also not very polite to enter one's city without permission."
Do I know this voice?
You do not recognize it. But it immediately, you kind of get that presence of someone very powerful just from those simple words.
And whose city is this, might I ask?
He turns to you and you see he literally pushes you against the wall. "It is mine, child. And if you intend to bring harm to it..." And as you're kind of looking at him, you see very golden skin, golden hair that goes down to about mid down his chest, clean kept beard, and scar along his right cheek. I know I just did my left cheek. Shut up, anyone in chat, because I know somebody's gonna say something.
Fucking hell, Rev just PM'd me.
You're good.
I'm joking.
You see, he kind of looks you over. Your people aren't welcome here.
The monastery or elves?
Monastery.
I thought he was just going to say yes.
Yeah, I was really worried.
Honestly, yeah.
Fucking wrecked.
That would just be a Brian response.
Well, good news for you. We just came here to tell a mine owner about what happened to his mine. And then personally, I am leaving. I don't know about the others.
Well, I hope you can find the mine owner you're looking for and get out quickly. You see he straightens himself back up. Oh, and, child, make sure you tell your parents hello for me.
I don't plan on seeing them, so it'll be hard to.
He kind of walks away very smug towards you. And then we're going to jump back to the individuals at the ore. Yes, Wiz, you still have to wait.
I'm fine with that.
So the woman comes back. Everything's okay, right? Nobody's hurt?
Takes a while to bring down his
I
phone.
wouldn't say nobody's hurt. I'd say a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people are hurt.
I saw one of the rocks fall on his feet.
One had their neck kind of just.
Oh,
we're not talking about the same thing, are we? I'm talking about bumping the table.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the mine.
No, that's not my business.
Okay, never mind then. Whoops.
I assume. One sec. I assume you were attempting to get us in trouble with the fact that you two were giving me different answers. So
No,
I'm going
I'm
to
sorry.
pretend that didn't happen. We're gonna kind of brush that over. But yes, Ivan will try to meet with you this evening. If you don't mind. How did he put it? Crashing a party.
Oh.
I am perfectly
Ooh, this
fine with
sounds
crashing
fun.
a party.
Too late for that.
I've never been to a party. This is gonna be fun.
Not crashing. He doesn't expect you to stay long, but there is a party at the mansion over at the top of Marble.
Could you tell me where that is? We're kind of new to the town.
Oh, if you go, and she points straight to the north. If you go straight that way, you cannot miss it. You are looking for the home of one Orion.
Notes. What was the name? Orion?
Orion.
I'm spelling it like or, and I don't care if anyone says otherwise.
It's Orian. It's like my name, but with an O instead of a B.
Too bad. It's
I think it's Orion, but with an A at the end.
It's
Instead of an O.
Orion. That's how I spelled it, and I'm not changing it.
Don't crash the party, but this is where it is.
Yeah, totally don't crash here. But
Don't go in this area.
well, thank you. We'll do our best to get there. You have a good rest of your day, and Treek will walk away because too much shit is happening at the stand.
No, you see she tries to continue organizing.
As I leave, I'm gonna go looking around for magic items.
I'll just go wherever Therius goes, because Treek ain't buying shit.
There
All right.
Is there a fountain or something?
Yeah, there is a fountain towards the center. You see some kids playing in it. Some different animals seem to be drinking from it.
Gonna go to the fountain because legitimately, what's gonna have something in Darius' size is his thought. There's no reason to go around shopping unless I want to cause chaos, which he does, but
always do.
not in the open.
You could do it at the party.
What if you found a toy store that sold dolls?
I mean,
What
there
if
are
you
toys.
just-
God.
What if you just tied people's shoes, boot laces together?
Meh. It's child's play.
Of course it is, but you're in the open and you gotta get your chaos somewhere.
All right. Kay,
Time to burn down the town.
as you kind of wander through, you start heading towards the west of the city, and quickly as you're kind of getting closer to the wall, you see the city very much goes from this kind of somewhat nice area to broken down warehouses, and very much this is the really bad area you don't want to get caught in.
I mean, he doesn't know that.
No,
He
But
doesn't know
this-
civilization.
no, this is very much, it feels somewhat abandoned. You see some people kind of analyzing him as he walks by, kind of trying to get a gauge on whether he's worth mugging or not. They don't seem to make a move at you, though.
Continuing blindly, pretty much.
Well, you should open your eyes.
Do you get do you go all the way to the wall?
Sure.
Okay.
Dice roll.
Yep.
As you
Yeah,
get
that-
to the
that was
wall,
him
give
rolling
me
for a
an
random encounter.
Arcana check.
An Arcana check, you said?
Yes.
Doesn't have to do with Fey Fiends or Undead, right?
No, it does not.
Okay. We won't think about it then. We'll just ignore that roll.
Okay. Well,
It's only 10.
let's ignore that roll too.
I mean, that's the highest I've rolled so far tonight. The other one was a 7.
Just don't pay attention to what I did. You're good. You're good.
I mean, I'm not.
Good.
Kay's oblivious, but I'm
You-
also oblivious.
That's valid. As you get to the wall, you see a massive amount of graffiti. Give me a perception check, quick.
This is gonna go well. Oh! It fucking did! That's a nat 20!
Hey.
Damn, let's
So the
go.
22 total. Jesus fucking Christ.
You quickly, as you're kind of analyzing this graffiti art, you see a pair of eyes watching you from it,
Like real eyes or painted eyes?
painted.
So like Mona Lisa vibes, where wherever you go, they're watching you, or like.
Oh no, it's almost like with that nat 20, they are clearly following any movement you make.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic.
The first, the entire mural lights up. You see a mixture of divination magic, a little bit of conjuration, and then you get some pings behind you from some of the individuals that you saw, and also from some of the warehouses. You do also get illusion magic. Let me.
If only I was Lucian, I would go into the warehouses recklessly.
Right?
That was my first thought. I was like, should I go in there? No, that's not in character. B&E
Your
is not.
character is-
Yeah, pretty much.
So what are you gonna do? You are at the wall. These eyes are clearly watching you.
Can I just kind of inspect the eyes a little bit? See if I can gauge
As you get closer,
what's going on there.
You kind of get the etchings of a face as your face gets closer. Like, it very clearly transforms into a woman's face. Kind of just staring back at you.
Does it seem like it has any significance or like history or something? I don't know.
Give me an insight check.
An insight check. That's gonna go fantastically.
Yeah, it will.
No, it's not.
3.
No, that's a 10 total again.
Well, it's not. 10's not. 10's better than a
She
3.
seems to be watching you
That's with the
very
+4
clearly.
insight.
She very much seems interested in whatever you're about to do. But she does not seem to be trusting of you. She's kind of waiting for you to make a move.
I'm gonna try something a little weird.
Oh.
I'm gonna telepathically see if I can connect to her.
You do.
Oh shit.
Uh,
Weird pays off apparently.
yeah,
It's just a
you
joke.
connect to her telepathically. What do you say?
Hello.
Can you hear me? No.
Yes. Who are you?
I could be asking you the same question. But it seems like I'm in your, and I'll look around the wall. It seems like I'm in your territory, realistically speaking.
Correct. So, introductions from the guest first.
Just more simply put it, for most people, just K. If you're feeling ambitious, Carpathicus.
Aurea. What are you doing in this city?
What are you doing in my swamp?
Much less in this part of the city.
God damn it.
We don't often see individuals who aren't from here wandering onto this part of town.
Well, realistically speaking, that would be the case for me everywhere.
A wanderer.
But more from some other time, truthfully speaking.
Well, as long as you're not a threat, then we're going to let you by.
Quite nice of you.
As long as you aren't a problem, then we should be fine.
I have no intention of being a problem to anyone, realistically
I do.
speaking.
I tend to be a massive bro. No
Well
one knows
then,
that yet.
I suggest keep your nose clean and your head down.
Gotta keep your chin up. Oh, sorry.
I feel like I've been doing that a long time. Perhaps I'll continue doing it.
That would be a smart option. I would also
But
avoid this
not your
part of the town, just for safety reasons. And you see the head kind of nods behind you, and you see a couple of the hooded individuals from before have kind of started watching you closer.
You can join in the conversation.
You might not want to do that. The face kind of smiles at you as these individuals come up and remove their hoods, and you see scars all across their faces. I mean, if you're welcoming us. You see they
Why, of
flip
course.
out a dagger. You see the face fades back to just being eyes. And
Curious.
these three individuals walk up to you with daggers drawn. We
Can I
just
tell if it's
want...
more threat?
Huh?
Can I tell if it's more threatening or
Oh, this is very
intentional?
much threatening.
Okay, just making sure how far I'm pushing it right now. Fine, though. Proceed.
We just want whatever is valuable on you, and we'll let you go back to doing what you were doing, talking to the wall.
So do you not know who that was?
Who what was? Crazy motherfuckers like you don't belong here. And they kind of start pointing their daggers at you as they come forward. Give me a perception check.
Being my existence. Oh, nope, not tonight. That's the 19 total.
You see behind them a dwarven man, very thick dude. Come up behind them, just put his finger up to his mouth, kind of wink at you, and you see he pulls out a massive hammer. So, what's it gonna be, kid? You giving us what you got, or we gutting you?
Many years of my lifetime.
Yes.
Technically, you're the child in this situation. But regardless, how much are you looking
You
for?
done being
I do also.
a smart ass? We want everything you got on you. Not that fucking hard.
Well, I do have this, and I'll pull out a purple potion of sorts.
The fuck is that?
You're about to find out.
Well, it's a potion, isn't it?
We want gold, motherfucker.
So does everyone. It is a pointless currency, however.
You see, he kind of tries to do a quick jab at you, but he very much is like unsure what to do as he does. He kind of like does a slight jab at you with his dagger, but he doesn't really come anywhere near you.
So like the intimidation style.
Yeah.
As long as, like, not, like, directly gonna hit me, I'm just gonna stand there and just staring.
You see the dwarf is like very close behind them as you continue with this conversation. So, give us all your fucking money, or we're gonna paint this goddamn mural with your blood.
Oh, that would just ruin the painting, now wouldn't it?
You hear the dwarf behind them go, I mean, I did paint it myself, and I would like to keep it that way. And you watch as he literally takes the hammer and slams into all three of them full force.
Come on and slam.
Yeah, that's what I was
you
thinking
see they
too.
all go flying. Aurea, set me. You might want to get out of here. You see,
Are
he
you sure
puts
you're
his-
gonna be alright?
the fucking chumps. You see, they kind of look up at him, kind of realize who it is, and start darting off. I think I'm fine. He extends his
Indeed,
hand.
it seems that way.
Name's Gen. Keep your nose clean. You won't have to deal with me again.
It's always useful to have allies somewhere. If I'm allowed to call you that, that is. Carpathicus, by the way.
Depends on what you're here for.
Well,
Let's
just
just
passing
say-
along information for the time being.
Let's just say if you're allied with the bigwigs up in the top, wouldn't call myself an ally.
No, most definitely that is not me either.
Well then, you can call me an ally. And you see he taps the side of his nose, and you see out from the painting comes a halfling woman kind of adjust herself. Is it finally done with my shift? Can I finally go home and sleep? And Gen's like, yes, dear, I'm sorry. And you see He kisses her on the forehead. Well, wish me luck. And you see he presses himself, takes in a deep breath, and slowly fades into the painting. And you see the eyes go from this blue that they were before to a gray.
This world has come quite far.
Huh.
And just
Magics
start
are
to
magics.
wander back, I guess.
You see the halfling woman kind of puts her arm up and like tries to hook into your arm, leading you away, kind of as a deterrent. But her arm's like way up here compared to you.
I'll help her out.
But yeah, she's got her arm hooked essentially to guide you. So I see
I'll
you
just
met
follow
my
along with her
partner.
then.
I see you met my partner again. If you're gonna stay in the area for a while, be very careful who you speak to. Just suggestion. If you're looking for a cheap place to stay, or are you looking for a little more expensive? Kind of what's your taste? I can give some suggestions.
Well, both are possibly ideal. We're not intending here to stay here very long, but you never know.
Well, if you're looking for cheaper, the Rubble you'll find the Slayers Inn. If you're looking for much more expensive, you'll find the Dragon Inn up in the Marble. Or if you're really interested in staying kind of the middle of the road, the Hero Inn is found in the Chisel, which is this. And as you get out of the area of the warehouse, you see she takes you back to kind of like the middle class homes and stuff. The Chisel, the Hero Inn, she points down. You see this large building tower over everything else. Is that building there? It's kind of hard to miss. The owner is a bit of an eccentric.
Sounds like my kind of people.
If you say so. But, watch out for the paintings. You never know who's going to pop up. She kind of puts her fingers to the side of her head, gives you a quick nod, and starts to head off to towards one of the warehouses behind you. And then, is there... Oh, Camilla, give me a investigation check.
Investigation. That is a lucky number 13.
You find some kind of more mundane magic items, but interestingly enough, you do actually find... where is this item? Do I still have it on D&D Beyond? I hope I do.
The finder's goggles?
You find
No.
a walk with some initials inscribed on it.
Good jokes. We appreciate that joke. Do I not still have it? Oh, there. Nope. I went to the wrong section. I hate you. You find... Come on, I know you're still here because I just saw you. That's what happens when I don't have like super cool things set up. Because I had
So
it.
unprepared.
It was
What,
going to be
an unprepared
well,
DM?
peek behind the screen for Wiz and Karina. It's one of the items I had for Francesca. But I'm not seeing it, and it's annoying me.
Is it the one that I stole from her, or is it a different one?
No, it is not Alchemist Bane.
Okay.
I thought about it.
It's not the one that we stole back and forth.
No. So you do find a couple of magically imbued instruments.
Okay.
Give me an Arcana check on them, or you can talk to the vendor. Either or.
As I walk up, I'd like to do an Arcana check. I'd also like to talk to the vendor regardless.
All right, give me an Arcana check.
The Arcana check is only a 10.
There's some form of magic on almost every one of these, and as you're kind of like trying to analyze, like there's a lot of waves of magic coming off towards you.
Excuse me, who's running the stall?
You see a human man, nice manicured mustache, kind of standing upright. Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, I was wondering about these instruments.
Well, you see, these are all mine from my touring days. He kind of adjusts himself. Each one of these has a very special property. Depending on which one you do, you see he picks up his lyre and starts to play, and you see everyone for a brief moment kind of looks at him, and you see all their eyes gloss over for a brief second before they all, whoa. As you can see, very powerful charms.
Is this Shakespeare?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Tell him.
Fuck you.
Call Alpha.
Alpha!
Yes, the Shakespeare is based on the Shakespeare of Something Rotten. Spoiler alert.
We need Alpha to make a character.
So,
Something wicked this way comes.
I mean, you're not wrong. So, depending on kind of your price range, what price range are we speaking? He kind of leans towards you kind of seductively. It's kind of creepy in a way.
At the moment, I only have about 125 gold.
Oh, so not much, but hey, I do still have some things I can give you. You see he kind of turns his back, starts pulling out things. What?
If you're also willing to do trade for other magical items.
Color me intrigued.
I'm going to pull the sledgehammer head out of my bag and place it on the table. Not unwrapping it, leaving it wrapped up inside of the cloth that I wrapped it in.
What is it?
This is a sledgehammer head that completely annihilates Durgar.
Not gonna lie, interesting. Don't know if I'm interested. Kind of a lover, not a fighter, if you know what I mean. And he kind of like moves his eyebrows at you seductively. Like, he's super creepy.
Just having a bard off right now.
Yes.
Nice.
It is my entire life is bard off because, spoiler alert, I am a bard.
We know.
Yeah, but you're a bard
Really?
that plays a bard.
I know that's what makes it worse.
Dressed as another bard.
So, you said about 100 gold.
Yeah.
Well, I have a couple things I can give you for that. He pulls out a kazoo for you and some sheet music. So, this music can be used once a day to charm a person. Well, a group of people, if you're loud enough. And then the kazoo, well, I mean, it's... you'd have to buy it to try it, if you know what I mean. It's... hurt my back in the early days of barding. I remember it like it was yesterday. Touring the world.
I swear to God.
Brian, you watch yourself. You put that in every system in your room.
Touring the world, sing
I am
all
going
the
to
sights.
viciously mock him. No,
Feel free.
I'm joking.
Please
Feel
say
free
you're
to
wrong.
fuck with the level 18 bard.
He's not that high.
Well, now if
We
you
can
tell
take
us
him.
the level, now we're not gonna.
Well, no, even more than that, I still would.
I mean, y'all did see him fight Elias at level 16, right?
No.
I mean, I tried.
Question mark?
You
Oh,
did
you mean
try.
him.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
the agreement is 100 gold for both the sheet music and the kazoo?
Give me a persuasion check.
That's a 15?
For a young up-and-coming bard, we'll call it a deal. You see he hands over the kazoo and the sheet music. I will get those magic items to you this week, just so you know. Because I now got to build them, and this will be fun. Because the kazoo is the one I did not have built.
So,
'Cause of
I'm going
course.
to remove 27 gold from my pouch and then give him the pouch with 100 gold in it.
Alright.
And just sort of slip the 27 gold that I have left in another pocket.
Sounds good. But he
I
takes it
just
and gives
hear
you
that you have boob money now.
I don't need food money.
No,
Boob.
not food. Boob. You know, you never seen a girl just stuff money in her bra?
I hated
So
it
gross.
more and more as the
Damn.
pandemic has come. I hate it.
Sweaty paper.
Anyway,
Ew.
I don't want to think about it. Anyway,
So,
Thank you. How long do you think it would take me to learn this song?
depends on your skill. If you're like me, I mean, it'll come naturally. But
Do
for
I
most,
just learn it for an action?
no. You do actually have to give me a charisma check.
Straight charisma?
Yup. To learn the notes.
It's a 12.
You kind of get the beginning part where you could probably like start playing the beginning on pretty much any instrument except for the kazoo.
Especially the kazoo.
Especially the kazoo. But you have the beginning part, kind of like where you could easily play it. But then you realize he quickly goes from like this melodic tune to very much a faster paced tune, and it's almost like jarring to try to read it out. But it's about a page and a half of music.
I think this is something I'd probably be playing on a more complex instrument like a pan flute.
Play
Which
it
would
on the
probably be
kazoo.
smart. I mean, you could. Not a good idea, but you can.
But aside from that, what does the kazoo do?
So the kazoo.
Because blue skidoo and we can too.
I appreciate it. Do 1 second, because I have all the other ones.
I was really trying to get a Kazoo Kid reference in there. I'm glad someone did.
I appreciate you all. I don't know if I say this enough. The kazoo allows you to, once per day, cast Magic Mouth. Or no, not. Yeah, Magic Mouth once per day.
final answer.
Yes. So a second level spell for free.
It's 1 second level spell slot for a spell that I don't actually know. So
Hey.
I'll take it.
Once attuned to it. It only takes essentially 5 minutes to attune to it. AKA, you learn to play the kazoo.
So I now have tool proficiency in kazoo.
You now have tool proficiency in kazoo.
Fuck yeah, I'm at that shit right
It's
now.
amazing how many folks don't know how to play a kazoo.
But do you all reconvene back at the center, or is there anything else anyone wanted to do?
I'm assuming the gentleman let me go, so yes.
The gentleman's here. Where's Jester?
Fuck you, Wiz. I knew it was coming too.
God
I knew
damn
it.
Wiz.
But you all reconvene back.
No.
Do you guys tell anything about what you all experienced?
So we have a party to go interrupt soon.
Cool, I can play my new kazoo there.
Because apparently that's the only place we're gonna be able to meet the fucker. Oh, and we're not meeting Thaddeus. We are meeting Ivan because Thaddeus is dead.
How dead?
Dead, apparently, because apparently this party, I think, is for his passing.
Less of a
So
body.
I-
more of
So
a-
they're
more of a
celebrating his death? Sounds
I
like a
don't know.
well-liked person.
I'm not a person who like, stays in cities, so I don't know what weird freaking weird people do. I'm just saying, it's probably best if no one does anything too dangerous or risky.
Okay.
Uh, besides,
I will
oh, sorry.
take that under consideration.
Motherfucker. Anyway, did you guys find anything interesting? Because we kind of just sat here the entire time.
I just said I found a kazoo.
Well, oh, yeah, you did. Anyone else?
That's true. And I just picked up some interesting reading material. Nothing
Me too.
spectacular.
Oh, good for you too.
I made
So
a
would
few
you-
allies and gathered some information on where we could stay. We stay here very long.
Oh,
That's a negatory.
oh. Something happened with you, or do you not want to discuss it?
Let's just say people here are dicks. I wouldn't be staying here very long. I know I'm not staying here long.
Oh, great. We're in one of those cities.
Well, y'all are probably fine. Just don't cause any trouble. Me? I gotta
No
go.
promises.
Yeah, he's following me around, so I'm kind of stuck in with trouble at the moment.
I have not done anything to cause any big problems yet.
I'm not yet. The yet is what concerns me. Well, we just have to wait till evening, and then we can go to this party, and then we could finally resolve this.
Wait, the party's tonight?
It's tonight. Because
And
otherwise
me
we'd have
without
to
a
wait.
thing to wear.
I looked at it like my ragged cloak and like torn up armor.
We're not staying for long, and honestly, at this rate, what you're saying and the people are dicks, I honestly don't care what we wear.
You know,
If
fair enough.
absolutely necessary, I have a way around that. And I pull out a purple potion. It's temporary, but if necessary.
What is it?
Why are you offering strange drugs to us?
Wait,
strange.
is
It's
this
something I
a
made
drug?
myself.
Because I will absolutely take it.
Of course.
Somehow
Not
that doesn't surprise
necessarily
me.
a drug by any means.
Well, then it has lost its appeal.
Oh my gosh. You make one joke. Anyway, I guess we just have to wait until then. Do anyone know any safe places? Because we're probably going to attract a lot of attention as we are a very odd sort of people together.
Why don't we
I
just
mean, I'm surprised
find
no one's-
the local pub and just hang out for a bit?
That
I'm
works.
surprised no one's complained about the panther yet.
The panther is least of their worries.
Yeah, have
Probably.
you seen the deer?
So, Kay, which inn did you find out we should stay at?
Well, it entirely depends on how much we were looking to spend. We can go on the lower end, higher end, or somewhere in between.
I mean, probably if we're just staying for a little bit, we could go to the medium one, because the lower end sounds like it attracts bad people.
Not necessarily.
Well, from what you've told me, probably.
There are a few allies around now.
Well, that's good.
Oh, and do mind the graffiti. Just a note.
Good to know. Want to ask?
Was it planning on
why.
doing anything about it?
Well, regardless, so we're headed for a bit more average in our price range.
Probably.
I don't
As
see
long
why
as there's a
not.
room I can lock the door in, I'm good.
I assume there would be.
Well, with the
Well,
right spells, you can lock any room.
I'm
very
a
true.
monk.
No, I was just in case you didn't know.
Well, look, Kay, where we go?
And I guess I'll lead them over into the marble while we look for the dragon inn.
Oh, you're heading to the marble? That's the high end. Or were
That's
you...
the
Oh, that's the high end? What was it,
Yes.
Heroes that was middle?
It was Hero. It was the Hero Inn
okay.
over in the Chisel.
Okay. Chisel.
So you guys head down and you see this very large building. And on the outside you see a couple, like 4 different statues going in. They're all very large individuals. One is just very massively built, long hair, does not match the description I gave you, T.
Okay.
Another one is very kind of raggedy, kind of looks sad, like he's gone through a lot of bullshit. Another one you see is Bard with a guitar, kind of like mid, like power strum. And the other one is a very seductive warlock woman.
While we're traveling, I would like to change my appearance
Okay.
to be that of a blonde male human, and then
Okay.
take out one of my clothing costumes and put it on. This would look like it would look like a very, very wrinkled, crushed velvet suit.
All right.
I haven't really been keeping these in the best condition. I'm going to use prestidigitation to clean it, though.
So you enter in,
iron out the wrinkles.
and as you enter, you see that all the walls are lined with books and such, and you see what appear to be younger individuals drinking tea, coffee, and reading through a lot of the books. It very much seems like kind of a collegey cafe as you enter in. But there are a couple open tables. The bar appears to be open. And you see a tall, dark individual, long black hair, behind the bar.
I'm going to approach immediately and attempt to use my feature by popular demand.
So as you start to go to talk to the bartender, you see a small mouse individual pop up. Yes, I have no problem with you doing that.
Brilliant.
I am the owner. My name is Tanoshi. I hope you enjoy my place.
Just to clarify, he is a mouse.
He is a mouse person, yes. He's about
So-
1.5 feet tall.
I will hold my owl back. I don't want you to feel threatened, and I'm going to put my hand out in order to shake his hand.
Of course. You see, he reaches his hand out and it like encapsulates like one of your fingers and shakes it.
I'm going to go over to the corner if any of you guys need me.
Okay.
I feel that it may be story time. And then I'm going to make my way over to the corner and I'm going to start performing a story song thing.
An epic.
As you do, you see a bunch of the individuals at tables look at you quick, and then they, all a bunch of them reach to the center of the table, and you see they press a button, and a bubble appears around them. I mean, they're studying. Who wants to deal with a bard barding when you're studying?
I mean, I'm just impressed
Understandable.
that they have magically invented noise canceling headphones.
So,
Yeah, that
seeing
is
this,
basically what that is.
I switch from doing a storytelling to lo-fi.
A couple of
Take
the ones
that, DM.
a couple of the ones that didn't bubble up kind of look at you and go, better.
How? How do you? How?
I have a kazoo, goddammit.
Don't question
Fair
it.
enough.
Just let it, just let it
What
happen.
did the rest of you do as you enter?
Treat is going to just sit in like a corner and try to avoid looking at anybody because he is not dealing with this today.
Darius is gonna look at Treek like, what the heck are you supposed to even do in these places?
You're asking the wrong person here.
I'm gonna
You
I'm gonna
looking
take
at
a
the
look
wrong
around.
dude.
You said there's a lot of people studying and the like.
Yes.
I'm gonna
All
just
over the wall.
casually stroll around the room, peeking over people's shoulders to see if there's anything that catches my interest that someone's reading.
You notice one individual appears to be reading one of the individuals that didn't bubble up, and you see he's flicking through this book very quickly. You kind of look over, and as you're looking, you see a couple of words pop up a lot. Actually, quick question: do you speak Celestial?
I do not. I have Common, Draconic, and Infernal.
You do not recognize the words.
Mm.
But you kind of go around and you see quite a few of the books are in Celestial, but there are a couple in Common.
But nothing else that would perk my interest then?
Not particularly.
Fair enough. I suppose after that I will go sit in a corner with my compatriots. I'm going to pull out my Volume 1 Children's Tales of Terror, and I'm going to start reading through it. And I'm going to read it less as a story and more as, these could be based on fact, and therefore there's a way that I could
Use it.
use it in practice. Like I could find out a specific creature's weakness or its hunting tactics and the like. I'm just gonna read through the book with that sort of mindset.
All right. So this first story, as you're analyzing it, it is very clearly about actually, give me just a straight D20 real quick, if you don't mind, my friend.
I absolutely will, because you asked. That's a 9.
9.
Do. All right. So as you're kind of flipping through this story, you realize it is clearly talking about some form of ooze. It's talking about I don't have this written down, and I'm gonna have to now write short stories for this. But essentially, it's telling children, be wary of narrow passages, and if you see the green approach, turn the other way. Essentially, I'm actually gonna have to start writing short stories now.
I mean, you don't
World
have
building.
to.
I mean,
Just-
it's not fun without me having nice little rhyming poems.
Oh, if you're going as so far as to start writing me limericks, like, all right,
Yeah, might as well.
I'm ready.
Then I'll go publish it later. Be hilarious.
You would just title it
Ye old
D&D
naughty
short
nonsense.
stories and limericks that my players made me write for story development or world
Yeah,
building.
100%.
A little wordy.
What's everyone
It is a
else
little
doing?
wordy.
I would have called it ye old naughty nonsense.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft to make the entire room smell like cinnamon rolls.
Interesting choice.
As
And
you
now
do
I'm
this,
hungry.
you see the little mouse individual goes, and he leans towards the back. Did you start cinnamon rolls back there? And you see there's a very large blonde individual. You would recognize him from outside. Kind of leans out. Why, I did not. Do you want me to, boss man? And he goes, yes, I am now in the mood for cinnamon rolls. Go make me some cinnamon rolls.
And just like that, you can change someone's mind.
That is a baller tavern. They can afford cinnamon and sugar.
I mean, it is a college cafe, so yes.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but also
Speaking of
like my
Books.
brain.
Can I look in my satchel and make sure that all of my shit's in there?
crisis.
Yes.
Okay. Because I just remember the dude had me pinned against a wall. I'm not about to take that chance.
Yeah, no, he did not seem to, like, make a grab at any of your stuff or anything.
Only
Okay.
moaning.
I'm just kind of sitting, like, laser focused at the door, like, motherfucker.
V, what are you doing?
Ooh. Pressure. Interesting.
Under pressure.
I think V is sitting at the table with everyone else who's sitting at the table, contemplating the words the gnome said to him.
And K. I mean, you're kind of in your element, surrounded by books.
Yeah, he has priorities right now. He's gonna set up a little ways down from Trig to give himself some space and just kind of lays out a few things, specifically like 2 red vials and a couple of books. Just do his own thing.
As you do this, as you set up, you guys see a very voluptuous woman come up. You guys would have recognized her from outside. Kind of lean over. Do you need extra supplies?
No, that's not unnecessary. I have everything I require.
Ma'am, I feel like if I pay for your services and leave with more than I started with, something has gone wrong with our transaction.
Not the kind of business we run here at the Hero Inn.
Priest's gonna keep his mouth shut. He does not understand what's happening.
Darius is gonna use Mage Hand to slap him.
Fair enough.
Oh god, here
Fireball.
comes the friggin'
Wild magic roll.
Here we go.
Oh.
Do we get one? Do we get a surge?
Turn into a potted plant.
Oh, you do get a surge? God
I
damn it.
grow a long beard made of feathers. Stay till I sneeze. At which point the feathers explode from my face.
That's fucking hilarious.
Never mind. My colleague will be with you all. And she immediately like gets up and walks away.
Trick just giggles. Well, that's one way to get rid of somebody.
I don't know what you mean. I look fantastic.
I didn't say you look fantastic. I just think that's just one way to get rid of somebody.
You guys all see the large individual from the kitchen come out with like 2 massive trays with like 50 cinnamon rolls on them. Are you sure about this, boss? He's like, yeah, it's for the students. And you see he runs around like lightning speed and like reaches through these bubbles, like drops a cinnamon roll for everyone, and then kind of sits back, and you see he breathes in quick, breathes out, turns small for a moment, then breathes back in and turns back into the large individual.
Oh my god. We all
I'm
know
gonna go
what
sit
you're
down.
talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Hmm.
I'm just drinking my water.
Pause for applause. I'm going to send my owl over to Treat's table.
Hello, Mr. L.
Also, you all have a cinnamon roll.
Treek will not be eating.
Kay's oblivious to it. He's
My
staring at
owl
one of the red
goes
vials right
over
now.
and starts pecking at his cinnamon roll.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't care.
It is a delicious cinnamon roll. It is nice and
I
warm.
mean-
The icing's still like
Nope.
just solidifying.
Treek has no fucking idea what a cinnamon roll is, so he's not eating that shit.
It smells
What
sweet
is
as
this
hell.
foreign thing?
As
I
Darius is gonna just like grab a handful, try to rip it off, and eat.
Just
Like he's as tall as I am.
Yup.
So is it Dex Acrobatics or Strength Athletics for my owl not to turn the cinnamon roll into face makeup?
we're definitely.
I think that's
going
more of a
Dex.
wisdom saving throw on its part.
Do
Dex
I plunge
acrobatics.
face?
Yes, just to not cover himself.
I love
in it.
that.
Okay. He
What a
gets +1 on dexterity. Let's
What a
go.
good, what a good boy.
He has 16.
He keeps himself fairly clean. His face is a little messy, but he keeps himself fairly clean.
Have no fear, student.
Students, 'cause I am here. Thank you, Sean.
God.
It's all my action.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
I
was like,
can't
no,
let
he's
you
not
play
here.
dumb.
Don't play me
while,
this time.
While I absolutely know what's going
I
on.
was gonna blame you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Are you doing
Okay.
it again just to spite me? But yeah, so you guys all have a nice warm cinnamon roll in front of you.
Nope.
None of you seem intent to eat it.
Nope.
Oh no. V
Darius
had
is
a
eating
cinnamon roll in
his.
front of him. In
Oh,
the time
V's eating
the
his?
time took to say all this, V has
Well,
devoured.
Darius is eating what he can of his.
Oh yeah. Darius, I actually need a constitution saving throw from you.
It's
I was
that
going
much
Yeah.
to
for him.
say I use prestidigitation for my pan flute to play on its own.
That's an
Yes.
8.
The notes are still playing.
Tharius, I'm gonna let you roleplay this as you feel, because I know you. You now have a full-on sugar high.
No.
Oh.
No. Why?
And
Why,
mind you,
Brian?
He has the 30 feet.
He's like
Oh,
5
I-
inches tall, eating pure sugar.
I see
That's
him
why.
vibrating
Thank
in
you.
the air as I'm putting the cinnamon roll to my mouth, and
Because
I'm like,
remember,
no.
normally the fairies are supposed to be like 3 feet tall. Well, mine's 4 inches, but still retains that 30 feet of movement. So basically, he can buzz around like a fly super easily.
I don't like this. Treek's gonna put his fucking head down and like arms around, like, I'm not dealing with this. I'm hiding.
No one else
Don't
does.
look at me.
Darius, what's your AC?
oh,
11.
11?
Oh,
As you're
Do you get
zooming
beat up by
around,
Chandelier?
suddenly, as you're kind of getting close to the bar, suddenly you feel something grab a hold of you. As you see the bartender still kind of making espressos and stuff, but you see a rat coming from his neck grab a hold of you. I don't appreciate the excessive amount of noise.
And
Am I
here
making
I
noise?
was expecting a large frog to just.
No! I thought about having this one actually be the Naruto in, but decided against it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Spoiler alert, the other ones are based on Demon Slayer and Dragon Ball Z. Because I'm horrible and think I'm funny as hell. I made a Japanese-inspired city. You thought I wasn't having anime here? You're fucking wrong.
They're
Anyway.
super frogs, so. Anyways,
Uh,
was I making too much noise? I'm sorry. The cinnamon roll is really good, and now I'm just really jazzed.
I think someone of your size should not have sugar. And he kind of
That is a
sets you
terrible
back
assumption.
down. And you see the mouse runs over and gives you, like, a very tiny cup of
Thank you very much.
espresso. And as you take a drink, you realize it's decaf.
I was about to say, please don't give the fucking fairy espresso.
I mean, he wouldn't know the difference.
Round two.
Where...
He's never had coffee.
I don't like this.
It is a nice, warm, calming drink.
This is very good.
Well, thank you. We take a lot of pride in what we do here. Mainly because we have to keep these fuckers up all night. And you see a lot of the students are, like, sipping, and you see, like, some of them, their cups are magical. So when they start drinking, it immediately refills. Those cost extra, though.
I would certainly
It's a good
fucking hope
business
so.
model.
So, you guys, what else are you guys doing while you're at the inn? Anything?
Nope.
Nope, she's just staring at the
just-
door.
Dissecting my book and taking notes for future use in case it ever comes in handy.
He is explicitly going to every member of the party who has a cinnamon roll left and asking, "Hey, are you gonna eat that?"
I'm gonna-
mouthful.
I'm gonna take a large bite of mine and set it down and say, "Nope."
A Treek will look at you and say, unless you want part of an owl from it?
The owl looks at you like, I'm not done with this.
Nah, you can have that one, but I'll take the one with the giant bite taken out of it.
Not looking
Tori's
away
just
from
gonna
the
ask the
door, I
mouse.
kind of just push it in his general direction.
Give a big thumbs up. I'm just shoving cinnamon rolls in my mouth.
Jesus Christ.
Darius is
Waka,
gonna ask
waka,
the
waka.
mouse. Is there anything fun to do around here?
I mean,
As much
depending.
as
Who are you
much as,
speaking to?
the mouse. That just gave me a cup.
He's talking to Stuart Little right now.
Go ahead, continue, Rob, as you were saying.
Because he's gonna point out to all the people reading. This does not look that fun.
Oh, it's not. They're all studying for academia.
Oh my god. Oh my
Oh, I'm
god.
stupid.
What do we put City down?
God.
Y'all really thought I wasn't making this fucking joke? Oh,
I mean, I'm
God.
giving him the opportunities to do it.
Treek is immediately uncomfortable and wants to leave at all costs.
Don't worry, there's no dude with a hand on his face.
Good.
Could I cast Calm Emotions through my owl at Treek? I joke.
I'm making a save. If you do that, I'm not letting it happen. I'm making that goddamn save.
Well, it depends on kind of what you're into. I mean, they do have little arts and crafts every now and then. That's what I call them. I think it's hubbubaloo. But I mean, the bazaar's still going on, but it should be ending in about. He looks over at the clock, an hour, because I mean, apparently, there's supposed to be a party I'm supposed to attend. I don't attend those. They're boring. I'd rather be here.
Oh yeah, I have to go to that.
Ugh, gross. Enjoy.
Nope.
Is it one of those big fancy ones where everyone's wearing fluffy coats?
Not always fluffy coats, but they are fancy. That's why I don't go. Then a lot of them wear a lot of fur and uncomfy.
Oh, then that's understandable.
I get it. Those ones are always so boring. It's like, where's the ones where it's like you're throwing food at each other?
Oh, that's a kobold party. I can, if we go near my area, I could show you those.
You know, like the ones where you just purposely play pranks on everyone. And you just try to outprank each other.
Don't think I have those.
I believe I do know a place that does that. Not in this area, but I do know a place.
Oh?
Where is the Dark Brotherhood quest line, goddammit? I want that party.
Yikes. 1 second. Let me consult my world map quick.
That's a yikes from me.
There is a in Aesala that is known for having Feywild magic come through during a lot of their events. We'll call them that.
Ooh.
Sometimes you'll even see the dragon appear. Sometimes, not often.
It sounds interesting, but he's gonna gesture to himself. The Feywild's, you know, living there all my life, it's kind of not the most exciting thing.
Oh, no. It is, how do I put this? It is a bit of extreme for those who aren't prepared for it.
That's not to mention, I kind of got the short end of the stick in my family.
I mean, I'm not doing much better. They've got like maybe 4 inches on you.
It's still like double my height, though.
I know. But if you're looking for anything too extreme, this city being so close to Artcaster, they kind of keep things in line, if you know what I mean.
Ugh, it's boring then.
Chaos and organization aren't always so different.
No, but if you throw one inside the other, then things kind of get fun.
I can't say I disagree. And you see the bartender behind the bar goes, "Please don't encourage him. Please."
Jesus Christ.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Thank you. I'll have to deal with it the rest of the night.
Darius is gonna wave to the mouse. Nice talking to you.
Nice talking with you as well.
Fly up.
I hope you continue to attend our lovely inn.
Depends on how long we're in town.
Of course. So you
Gonna
guys,
fly back to the table.
so now Therius at least knows what time this party is. Considering, Tariq, I don't believe you got the time.
Yeah, evening. That's it. That's what he was gonna go off of.
So is there anything you guys want to do for the next 2 hours to prepare for this?
Not
So did
unless
he steal my cinnamon roll?
Yeah, he definitely did.
V, did you steal the cinnamon roll?
You can see icing dripping from like his lip, and he's got like half the roll sticking out the other end of the mouth. The war.
I know
But he shakes his head vigorously. No, I would never.
Did one of you guys want this one? I'm holding it out with my mage hand in front of me.
I mean, I want it, but I just got told I can't. I mean, it's not gonna stop me if I
Mom
truly
said
want to,
no.
but
No, Dad said no. Correction, it's Aesala. Dad Zawa.
I want the spell reduced so I can shrink the cinnamon roll down to his size.
Oh God.
That's
What if-
terrifying.
What if it enlarges in his goal and it's not digested? What's gonna happen?
Jesus.
God.
That's a hell of a prank. Here you go. Eat this
I
tail
mean-
thing.
imagine doing that with a weapon. You reduce it and throw it in someone's mouth.
I mean, yeah.
You know, that's gonna fucking hurt, yeah.
Here, use this tiny little spear of a toothpick.
Here, clean your teeth with. Oh
Uh.
no! Yes.
Goes through his head.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you've all seen the meme of give the BBG a crown that's actually an enlarged ring and undo it. What about doing the opposite?
Ow.
Doesn't seem
Anyhow.
terrifying at all.
Alright. So, nothing anyone else wants to do for the next 2 hours before we head into you guys heading over to the party.
No, Treat doesn't trust anything.
I don't think there's anything in particular my character would need to do, short of just attempting to strike up a conversation with the people at the table, talking about oozes and their predatory habits and the like that I've just pieced together from my story.
I want to point out for my thing, I did like 2 random rolls for like say mage hand for those 2 hours. They're both 19s.
Nice.
Oh God.
I'm mad.
But so you guys
Just to wait
prepare to
fireball
leave
to
the
happen.
inn. I assume once the sun starts to set.
Once we know when to go, we're going.
Our way out, I want to just scream out, my compliments to the chef. He did a fucking good job.
Well, thank you, young bystander.
No.
Oh
Eve.
God.
My bad.
Good night. Good night.
We're not coming here ever again.
Big icy grin.
But I like the
facing
mouse.
Wiltern.
We'll visit the mouse later, but we're not coming back into the inn.
I have my owl returned to me.
Alright.
I have to make sure that I say that because DMs have asked me where my pets are.
I assume unless you tell me, otherwise they're on you. That's how I am.
Well, I pointed
Just
out
left
that
them
he
in the
went over to
rafters.
sat on the table. So
Yeah,
But I
If you were
assume you
gonna
went
say
to the
anything-
table when you were done. Before
if you were
everyone
gonna
left.
say anything, I was gonna say Treat picks the owl up and just takes.
that's fine.
You can always assume I'm riding mine.
Valid. So you guys start to head up. Once you guys get through the wedge and head up into the marble, these homes are immaculate. Like, most of you don't come from like severe amount of money. These make you uncomfortable.
Well, everything makes me.
Like, this is stupid money. Like, no
So-
reason to have this kind of money.
So the actual Camilla's actual like upbringing
Yes.
The
So,
way you say the actual
Sarah
Camilla makes me
would be
think
fine
of
with it.
Burgess.
Well, spoiler alert for anyone who doesn't know. Camilla's not actually who this person is. Spoilers if you have not seen, like, my
Spoiler.
title card that changes.
No,
persistently.
Spoilers.
Oh, my immersion.
Uh, But continuing on, so yeah, these homes are very immaculate. Most of them are fenced in, immaculate gardens and such. You see individuals outside working on some of them. You see other individuals coming outside their homes getting prepared, very nicely dressed. And as you guys walk by, a lot of them kind of give you like odd looks of like, why are you here?
We're here to acid splash your houses.
The people that are preparing to go to the party are giving us dirty looks, or the help is giving us dirty looks?
The people going to the parties. The help
Okay.
pay you no
Because-
mind.
I'm going to gesture to myself and say, well, wouldn't you know? This is where deals are made. And I definitely look like I'm in the business of making deals, do I not?
One of them under the breast says, business of maybe making deals with the rats.
Drake's just gonna
Anyone
like,
with a passive perception over 14 does hear that.
Ooh, Drake's just gonna put his hand to his head, like doing this for a reason.
I didn't because I have an 11.
This is happening for a reason. We're here, and then we can leave. We don't have to listen to this shit ever again.
Just pray no one disrespects Therius at the party.
Drake might lose his shit.
As you guys get closer, you see this high walled, spiked at the top wall that you see behind it rising on a hill, a massive mansion. Kind of like, God, why can't I not?
Luigi's Mansion.
No.
Please.
That's what I was just thinking.
No, I hate you for that joke.
I'm immediately sad.
Good.
Immediately.
I
All
want
the
you to be
jokes,
sad.
that's the one you hate.
What was that?
Out of all the jokes, that's the one you hate.
Yes.
Because most of the
So-
other jokes are dad jokes.
Yeah, so they're great.
I'm going to go through my bag for a moment, and I'm going to pull out a cloak, and I'm going to put that on over my shoulders. Then I'm going to use prestidigitation to make 3 illusory objects. A small crown on the top of my head, a golden clasp with a large ruby in it, holding the cloak together on my chest, and a large gold ring on my finger.
All right.
On
Anyone?
the left hand.
All right. So you guys start to get close to the front gates, and you see there are 3 large individuals. They all appear to be orcs with giant axes. Look at you all. Yes.
Gentlemen, we are here to speak to the patriarch of this house. We are here by invitation, not for the party, but to establish some business agreements.
The help can wait outside. And he looks at the rest of you.
I'm going to look quite cross at this guard, and I'm going to respond by saying, do you know how infuriating it is to have someone beneath me assume that I am the help?
With the way
Sorry.
you're dressed, would not surprise me.
My sir, I'm dressed as such because I feel no need to show off my opulence and elegance at this event, because none of them will mean anything in 100 years. But I'll still be here.
Give me a deception check, please. Actually, I lied. Give me an intimidation check, please.
How's it 20?
Natural or unnat?
No, it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20? He kind of looks at you, has a smirk on his face. I respect it, but Boss man says there's a dress code.
Mm,
I like my
Fair.
job. What can I say?
well,
Is
if
there a
that's
dress
the
code
issue,
for my owl?
Familiars are fine. But they stay attached to you. Otherwise, they get thrown out.
You will not leave my side. I turn to the rest of the party. I'm going to message Treek.
Great. Hello.
Another voicemail.
I'm going to go in. I'm going to see if I can find like a window on the side that I can pop open, and I'll send the owl back out to get you.
Thumbs up.
Such enthusiasm.
Treek's pissed. Treek's resisting all urge to just to go kobold at this rate.
Alright. So they open the doors and let you in, Camilla.
I'm going to go in.
The other two very clearly, like, get in between where the rest of you cannot get in. Like, they make it very apparent you are not welcome in.
Yeah. Well, wow. Jesus Christ.
Can't say you're the first
How
to
many-
try to crash the party, to say the least.
how many levels are there to this place? Like, how many floors above ground? Because obviously I wouldn't know about.
You can see two, clearly.
Okay.
Yet again, there's about 60 feet from the gate and the building. Like, you see a large, like, courtyard, and then the fencing goes around, and there's about 20 feet on the sides of the fence, and then you can't see the back, obviously.
Fair enough.
As I'm walking in, I'm going to maintain my message to Treek. I'm going to go to the right side of the building from the direction that we were looking at it. And that's where I'm gonna go.
So you enter in, and as you enter, this is a very fancy gala. You see quite a few people. There are some more minor people. You can tell kind of who is the higher class and who are kind of like the upper middle class. You can tell kind of by their suits and such.
As I'm gauging it, I'm going to just sort of look like side-eyed at the people that I'm pretending are below my station, and I'm just going to give light nods to the people that I am pretending are at my station.
Give me a deception check.
Deception. It's definitely a performance. I got +5 to deception. At 21.
21. They don't seem to like go, who the fuck is that? But they kind of go, yes.
They go, who the fuck is that?
Yes.
I mean, there's a couple that are like, hello there.
Hey.
General Kenobi.
How
Thank you,
doing?
Rob. Thank you. I made that joke on purpose. Thank you. So glad I could get away with it. Ha. But yeah.
As I said, I'm going to make my way to the right side of the house, maybe in a service hallway on that side of the house.
As you continue inward and head towards the right, you see a very large study and an individual sitting at the desk behind it. I don't believe I've made your acquaintance. And you see very handsome, darker skin toned, blonde haired, goateed individual look up at you.
Dwarf?
No, Asimar. It would be the same individual that T saw earlier, but you don't know that.
Great. Kill it with fire.
Yes, please.
You are correct.
Is there a reason you're in my study?
Oh, this fucker's house. Okay.
I am actually looking for the owner of the mine in the house in the city where I wrote it down. That city, what was on the map and stuff.
My gosh. That was two whispers even I didn't understand.
Asmar.
It's on the
Asmar,
map
yeah.
and stuff.
Asmar.
I don't have the map open and my notes are all
Just say
fucking garbage.
Asmar.
No, it's because I was told to take notes. Now I got to check my notes.
Oh my
Brian
god,
wants me
it's
to take
Asmar.
notes. It's Asmar. I found it. It's right here.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You're that kid in class.
Wait, teacher, I have my notes. Hold on. Hold on.
I will prove that I have my notes, even if they're absolute ass.
You've only been
There
to two
was an
cities so
incident at the
far.
mine in Asmar. I am here representing the guard of the city and my own personal investments.
Well, I believe the last owner recently died, but I believe his brother is out and about. I believe he's in the main hall. Kind of hard to miss. Very fat dwarf.
Then I will.
You'll hear him before you see him, trust me.
What's this town's name? I'm gonna write down on his notes. Never come back here.
It's Daisu.
Never come back to Daisu. Good to know. Cool. Anyway, continue.
Jesus Christ, Sam.
I use prestidigitation to make my owl say the city's ass. No, I don't do that.
I mean, it is ass. It's pretty ass. Not even pretty. No, it's disgusting.
I will go
Disgusting.
and actively seek him in the main hall. I assumed that he would be off somewhere else. I was told that the party was at his residence.
Oh,
Obviously, I'm not from this particular city.
no, not a problem. We'll just say Ivan is a little lower than you think of him.
I'm about to lower my
That
foot in
must
your
be
ass.
why I looked far above his head and could not find him.
He's 6 feet lower.
He gives you a humble chuckle.
Humble
Well.
my ass.
Word for it.
Well, I find you very funny. If you don't mind, I am kind of in the middle of something.
Is he alone in this room?
Give me a.
I was like,
Arcana
is it
check.
time to commit murder?
Oh, what chat?
Everyone's talking to the walls.
Arcana.
Arcana. I am doing an Arcana check. It's only a 9.
9.
You don't sense anything. Also, give me a perception check, actually.
Perception.
Everyone talks to the walls in this city.
That was worse. That's a 7.
Yeah.
Oof.
You don't see anything? Anyone else in
I
this
think there's
room?
someone under his table.
If we're still,
No, I thought about it. I honestly thought about
Wait,
it.
are you kneeing the bottom of your desk drawer? What's going on there? No.
Jesus Christ.
I hate that.
Oh,
Oh,
I
my
love
God.
this joke. Oh,
It's like,
so
if
good.
we-
oh my,
If we are still connected with message Momo, you would hear, just find Ivan, get out of there. I don't want to be here as much longer than we need to be.
oh my god. It's like Percy in the bath all over.
as-
He's like, I'm in the middle of something.
As I turn away, I'm going to message back. I couldn't find a way to get in, but what exactly do you want me to say to?
Just tell him,
Looks in the notes.
just tell him that we come from the mine and that we need to talk to him about a recent attack and other such. Unless you can word that better, because I don't know how to word things.
Well, if you wanted to know what my charisma was between a number 1 and
Shut
20,
up. Shush. I can look at your character sheet.
Good
Joe.
jokes.
Brian, you did it at my campaign on Sunday. You deserve this.
Yeah, but I did it on a character joke. And before session started, too. By that standard.
Nope, it was already too late.
And he made it a reference to you doing it in this campaign.
Exactly, so I'm gonna keep doing it in this
Anyway.
campaign.
Continuing on.
Anyway,
I'm going
Camille-
to go back to the main hall, and I'm going to look for Ivan the Terrible.
So you
Oh my
very much
God.
hear just this kind of bellowy laugh, and it's like kind of a mix between Santa and Burgermeister Meisterburger.
Oh my god. Kill it with fire.
Really?
Yes!
And
Really?
slowly I turned
And
to
you
see
see
before me.
you see a very large dwarf, like large as in fat ass motherfucker, and two very attractive women. One is a human and one is a tiefling. They kind of seem to be kind of entertaining him to like
Say the least.
fake laugh. Like ha ha ha.
I'm going to approach, still
He's in trouble,
maintaining
isn't he?
my official sort of look. Ivan, I presume?
Yes, if you don't mind. How are you? And you
I
see
am not
he's
here.
very clearly drunk as a skunk.
God, of course he is. That's how they always are.
Only knows
Just
a
to
paladin again.
inform you, I am here for business and not pleasure. And I look at the two women standing aside him, and I give them like this death glance, like walk away right now.
They
This is my
they
man.
kind of start walking away, and he's like, "Wait. Oh, ruin all the fun." Well, how can I help you?
Trust me, they'll be back to enjoy your company later. I assure you.
Oh, I'm sure. And he kind of smacks his stomach uncomfortably.
I don't like that.
You're not supposed to.
You don't like a lot of things in this city, Sam.
Yeah, this city pisses Treek off to the max, if you can't tell.
I think it
does not
pisses you
wanna-
off more than anything.
Treek just... No, me and Treek are the same person. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
Yes.
Also, just to cause a slight amount of headache, what kind of wall or fence is around this house?
It is stone with spikes on the top.
Okay, but it is a solid wall then?
It is
as in
solid.
you can't see through it? Alright, fair enough.
Exactly how many spikes are there?
In that
So
case, I'm
climbable.
going to... Yes.
What's
I'm
the
going
texture?
to casually make my way around
What does it taste like?
the
No, get back
wall,
here. Get back here.
and when I get to like the side of the building, where at least I'm pretty sure the guards wouldn't be able to see me, I'm going to unfurl my wings and fly up
Oh my God.
around the side and back of the building, just checking for any open windows.
Give me a stealth check.
Sure thing.
If I didn't put so much truth into that man, I'd just leave him. Damn it.
6.
You, as you get up, you kind of give a quick glance around, and then you hear, as you see a bunch of very large dogs immediately start rushing towards the wall where you're at and start scratching at it.
Nice.
They're gonna have to repaint that now.
They are, yeah.
Let's see. What kind of shenanigans do I have?
You
said
see some
it's
guards
a
start
bunch
rushing
of
towards you.
large dogs, correct?
There's about 4.
Okay.
Treek watches
Um,
this and just fuck.
You know what? At this point, I'm just going to fly above the guards, like, I don't know, like 10 feet above them or something, and just stand there, well, flap there with my arms crossed and looking like an angry child that just got caught doing something they shouldn't.
Are you over the fence?
Uh,
Because
yeah,
they are guards on the inside.
Yeah, I would have crossed over the fence to the inside. I presume these are possibly the same guards from.
They are not.
Oh well.
What's your
Never
AC?
mind that. It's a 15.
Okay.
So
you take 11
Get shot
points
by an
of
air cannon.
piercing damage as they shoot 2 crossbow bolts into you.
very rude.
You guys hear this?
We're not
I
helping him,
wouldn't.
right?
I'm in the middle of a noisy party.
Yeah,
room.
no, you don't, but everybody else hears just fire crossbow bolts fire
And
into
dogs
them,
barking.
and dogs
I
barking.
look.
And
I
they
just
start
look towards the
reloading.
other three. We're not helping him, right? He's got himself into that.
Fair enough.
I'm about 5 minutes from walking out of the city, so
You see the guards from the front end start walking towards you guys.
Oh, God, we're gonna get blamed for this, motherfucker.
probably.
I guess at this point, I will roll my eyes at the absolute gall of being shot with crossbow bolts.
The audacity of doing your job.
God, that's
I can't
beneath me.
believe you. But I'm gonna go ahead and pull one of the bolts out and drop it, saying, "Well, that was quite rude." And
I mean,
don't
you
think
are
I'll forget it.
trespassing. So you can either come down and you can talk with our boss, or you can get. Those are your options. Or we're going to shoot you again.
Ask questions
You
first, then shoot
are
later.
irritating. But by your boss, do you happen to mean the one who owns the house, or perhaps you just mean...
Yes.
I wouldn't have a problem with that. That's what I was trying to do anyways.
Come down here. I'm sure he'd love to have a talk with you.
Me too.
As you come down,
I'm gonna go ahead and alight onto the ground. And are these dogs still?
they are at heel right now.
Okay.
I need you to give me a post athletics check.
Yeah. I got a 7. No, correction. A 3.
They slam you
because
to
that's
the
a
ground
-2.
and handcuff you, and then manhandle you, and start dragging you into the building.
That's fine. I offer no resistance. I just lightly taunt them.
What did the rest of you do as you guys suddenly see Carxus kind of drop down after having... You can hear this conversation fully, and then you just hear the slam of him hitting the ground.
He got himself into this mess. I did not help get him in that.
The other 2 guards are still coming towards... Excuse me, you all.
No, leave us alone.
I mean, that's fine. I actually got what we came here for, an audience with the dwarf.
An arrest
You guys can
warrant.
But
stand up.
Camilla was already doing that.
They come up to you. Excuse me. Didn't we say you could wait out front for your cohort?
We are waiting out front.
This isn't the front of the building.
I did not say I
We
moved.
never moved.
I
never
I
said
thought you guys went to the right side because Camilla told you
No.
to.
No,
Oh.
we have not.
We
have
were gonna
not
wait
moved
for the
up.
signal from the owl to go to the right side.
Never
Yeah.
mind then.
Yeah, I
They-
was going to
Then
send
they don't
my
bother
owl
you.
out to communicate with them.
So they don't bother you.
In
They're
an alternate
they're keeping an
timeline.
eye on you guys like, was there another one of them? They're just more intent on keeping you guys where you're at.
No, Monkey's not my circus.
Camilla,
Not literally.
you see Carxus being dragged into the building.
And as I'm getting dragged up the stairs,
It's not up
would
the
I
stairs.
be
It's
able-
right to the right.
Oh,
It's
as
on
you
the
enter
ground
building.
floor.
Yep.
would I have line of sight of them as well?
Of Camilla? Or
Yes.
yeah, you see.
Or I mean, I guess the group as a whole. But
He's gonna
specifically-
give me a
he's gonna
perception
drag
check.
you down with him. He's gonna drag you down with him, Camille.
That's persuasion. I promise I'm gonna find it eventually. It's an 11.
You don't see Camilla.
Fair enough.
You
well-
wouldn't see Camilla. I'm not Camilla right now.
I mean, you're not incorrect.
Oh, that's right. That's
You're
true.
not incorrect. You see Camilla. You see him being, because they are making this very apparent, and you see everyone's kind of talking as he's being dragged into the study, and then you see the two guards shut the doors as he's brought in.
That seemed like quite the commotion.
I wonder what
However,
that's all about. As you were saying,
let's remain on topic in our conversation, shall we? I had an investment in the town of because I lost the note
Asmar.
already again.
Asmar.
Yeah,
Oh my
see what
God.
happens when you expect me to take notes? It ruins the game.
Just take
We
the
literally-
key fee.
fuck
Literally
you. That's my joke. Don't take my joke.
Insert long convoluted story here.
Basically.
I regale him with the story of what happened at the mine and the agreement that I'm going to make up that I had with his brother about my investment in that mine.
Give me a deception check.
And he has disadvantage on wisdom because he's drunk.
I hope so.
He could still roll 2 nat 20s.
He could. Still
He
roll
gains
2 nat
true
20s. I
insight.
got 15.
You got a 15?
I don't like how you said that.
So I rolled a 19 and a 14.
Good.
And
Fight.
he has.
Very close. He's
Oh,
he's
it's
a
just a-
fat second-born son of a businessman. You
It's
tell
a
me
flat
what
I
roll.
don't know what
Hodge's
his
wisdom
modifier
is.
was.
It's a minus
Probably.
1.
Roll.
I was gonna say -2, but
It's a minus 1.
so obviously I expect a return on my investment or a refund of my investment, as this incident with these Duragar is going to reflect poorly on my business.
You said you knew my brother, right? I gotta go look at the paperwork. Do you have the paperwork? Because if you have the paperwork right now, we can take care of this, no problem. But I do have, because I am a business, so I kind of need the paperwork, because I can't just hand you the gold, because then it looks like I'm embezzling money, and that's technically what my brother got off for. I don't want to do that. I like living the
Whoa.
high life.
Lord.
Okay.
You got murked. Okay.
If you will
Rising.
give me a moment to,
the douchebag who owns the house.
You know what? Probably, yeah.
if you give me a moment to go outside and regroup with some of my hirelings, they carry the paperwork for me.
I mean, I don't know if they're going to let you back in, but, I mean, if you can, I mean, worst case scenario, what am I doing tomorrow?
Nothing.
Nursing a hangover.
Like, I'm
Most
pretty sure I have
likely.
something in my schedule, but, I mean, worst case scenario, go find my stall and have my assistant come find me. And by find me, I mean bring you to me, because I'm going to be having a good time tonight, if you know what I mean. And he kind of, like, finger guns you.
No.
Oh my god.
You can't solve all your problems with finger guns.
I would us
Turn
rather
around.
take care of this now. I will be back in but a moment.
Cool. And you see he kind of like gets out of like he was kind of sitting on the steps. He kind of like slowly gets up and it's like, ugh, he like groans as he does,
The floor creaks under his feet.
just a little bit. And you see, ladies, where'd you go? As you walk away.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump over to Carxus. Carxus, you're thrown into a chair across the way. So you try to break into my home. Care to explain yourself?
I'm going to return his honestly quite fair and understandable query with one of my own. Well, you don't look very much like a dwarf. Care to explain yourself?
Because I'm not a dwarf.
And I'm not
You're
a
the second-
burglar.
And
So,
you're the second person to come asking about dwarves today.
yeah, well, I was told I would find him here, and, when someone invites me to a party, I assume they own the house the party's at.
You see, he puts the quill he was writing with to his chin. So I assume you're looking for Ivan as well.
I do believe that was his name, but
See, a smirk comes across his face. I thought getting rid of one problem would be enough, but have the stupid brother in charge. But apparently, I need to eliminate the whole family to eliminate my
I
problem.
messaged Treek, it's a bird, let's bounce.
so I'm going to
Oh,
basically like
Fuck.
my expression is completely blank at this revelation because like killing people is it's a thing that people do and I really don't care. But I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna nod along. Okay, sure, makes sense.
So what problem
Uh,
has he caused that I need to hear about him twice in one night?
well, you see, the business he was running was attempting a genocide, and it was poorly executed, might I add. It relied entirely on random chance and a few people getting kidnapped with booby traps in their pockets. Like, it's. Anyways, the point is, he owes me quite a sum of money for keeping his people alive. And on top of that, I was going to talk to him about, maybe we could workshop something where, he can run his evil plots by me because if I got to dig him out again, I'm probably going to strangle him.
You are very much looking at the wrong person for that. If you're looking for evil plots, Ivan is how do I put this? An imbecile. About
Well,
maybe
I
as
got
many
that
brain
from
cells
the-
as the individual who decides to fly over a very wealthy man's wall and think that he won't get shot. You suddenly
Well,
feel a pair of hands behind you grab a hold of your shoulders and pull you tight to the chair.
I'm going to kind of relax myself so like I am allowing them to pull me tight to the chair and everything. And I'm going to, in a rather saucy and flirtatious tone, say, "Oh, boys, just get the rope already. Quit teasing me."
I mean,
And
That's
then
what
I'm
I
gonna
was gonna say.
I'm gonna
How
turn
you're-
my attention back to the man across from me, and I'm gonna say, "Well, I figured your people would have at least enough common sense to know that uh, shooting at wizards is a losing proposition. And the only reason I didn't kill them outright was out of respect for you.
Oh, I mean, then at least you prove to have some form of intelligence, at least. He gets out of his chair slowly, quill still in his hand. But I have a proposition for you. You say you have a proposition for him. A imbecile. I have a proposition for you and your little band of merry men. And
No one in here is married. Trick's voice is low.
I am
Metagaming pigeon.
intrigued. What
one here
what
is
do you have in
married.
mind?
I need something delivered for me.
Oh, well,
For these nuts.
that feels a little beneath
Crazy,
me,
yeah.
which makes me
I'm annoyed
think
as
that
shit.
maybe this is a very sensitive
Really?
object.
It's a
Um,
simple letter.
to whom? Where am I
I just
supposed
need
to be
you
delivering this?
to take it to the council. You would immediately recognize the council as
Yep.
something your mother has discussed.
Yeah, and something she has close ties with, working on the edges for a while.
Yep. Just a
Okay.
simple delivery.
Color me interested. I will deliver your letter, but
20,000 gold for successful delivery.
you know what? I find these terms favorable. I'll accept.
If you don't mind for a moment, and you see your vision goes fully black for a moment. Those of you outside, you see the main guard that was speaking to you, his eyes go white for a moment. The master will see you now. And kind of
Yes.
they slowly open the door.
I imagine that I meet them at the front door.
Yeah, you see them all coming in. Does anyone try to stay outside?
Nope. Are they gonna try to stop the panther?
Nope.
Okay, I'm good then.
He's gonna
Um,
stay outside.
Once I see them coming in, I'm able to step to the side. I drop my prestidigitation, flip my cloak the other way around, and close it, and then change back to the form of Camilla.
Cheek will also attempt to stay outside.
As you guys both do, the guard with the white eyes goes, "You might want to be here for this."
Choo choo.
And
Not saying
they
anything,
kind
just
of
staying
give
out
you
there.
an uncomfortable smirk.
I mean, realistically, they could just stay outside if they were determined. It's not like they are under threat of violence or anything at the moment. So
Insight
The
check
eyes
for threat
then-
of violence.
The eyes then go red. It was more of a demand than a request.
Choo choo.
V's gonna kind of. Yeah, all right, come on, guys. I think we all know what we need to do. Yeah, no problems here. Hey, let's go. Come on.
You can give me an insight check, though, Treek.
Sure.
Feel
Shriek is gonna fucking curse in every single form of celestial he has.
It replies
does
back to you in
Celestial
Celestial.
even have curse
I don't
words?
care if it replies back. I'm still cursing. I'm not cursing it. I'm just cursing everything.
It's like those
should
soft
watch your
curse
language.
words you use in front of children.
Heck.
Oh no.
Fucking cracker.
Fiddlesticks!
Flipple
Yeah, no, that,
fucking.
you know what? No, yeah, that's what
Oh,
Shriek's
what the
saying.
frick?
Shriek is saying all of that in celestial, not actual swears.
Sassafras.
Just like the most childish things ever.
Give me an
Cheddar
insight check.
biscuits.
I gave you a 24.
Oh, 24?
Anyhow.
Not only do you feel extremely threatened, but you do also feel like everyone else is in danger for staying if they stay outside right now.
Non-compliance is not an option.
I mean, it is.
Shriek would be like, I guess we have no choice then, okay? Either we do this or we die.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
go,
no,
I
let's go.
guess.
He has been trying to like urge everyone else inside because he's gathered that.
He's gathered that
Shriek's just-
this is a threat.
Big angry
on,
man said,
get on
"Let's
the bus."
go." He's not gonna question it.
Shriek just very begrudgingly goes.
As you re-enter Camilla, you see the study doors have reopened.
Guess
And
we're
you see
entering.
the two guards standing on either side of it, kind of just watching you all. And you see Ivan's like, or actually, he doesn't even recognize you. Never mind.
I stepped around the corner for a reason.
I know. I realized that afterwards. But you see, kind of everyone kind of looks at you all like, the riffraff are here now. Ugh. And they kind of like all shift away from you all as you enter. You know that scene in The Greatest Showman?
Yeah.
It's that scene.
Where the people part like the Red Sea.
Yup.
Oh, so they see us as higher class than them. That's why they're all stepping aside.
Yeah.
Either that, or they're convinced that you're gonna give them like leprosy.
6 feet.
Nah,
6
I mean,
feet.
yes, probably.
I use an action to make myself look like a leper? No, I don't.
You
A leper?
motherfucker! I was
We
just
got
about to
cats
say,
here?
Darius,
fucking
Darius,
cough.
on the other hand, will pick a random person in the crowd and make it smell like a fart around them.
Give me a D.
Jesus.
Actually, do not. No, I'm rolling this.
I want it noted that B is flipping the bird at everyone.
No one
Shriek
seems
is
to.
doing-
Or actually, give me a sec. Yeah, nobody seems to notice it. They're all kind of focused on like you as a group, not paying attention to much else. Rob, I want you to
Or they're
know,
just
I rolled
politely
a
ignoring
natural
it.
20 on who smells like a fart.
It was an Ivan.
It's a fucking 100% Ivan.
Yes.
And you see the girls that were talking to him go, oh, and kind of like shift
He's-
away. He's like, wait,
He's not getting late tonight.
it wasn't me.
we doing a traditional
I hope
"you all
so.
are dead to me" phrase for Draconic Kobold in Kobold slang.
You guys enter the study. You see the ASMR individual sitting back down. You see Carr is blindfolded and very clearly pinned back.
But I'm also
But you don't
offering
see
no
anyone.
resistance.
Oh,
You see no one
Carr.
there.
Did you fuck us? Oh, god damn it, Carr.
What? What?
mean-
What?
Not yet.
I
I
wanted
haven't
to meet-
offered.
I wanted to meet the man of the house, and I did it. That's more than you managed.
Aren't you gagged, or is it just blindfolded?
He's just
Just
blindfolded.
blindfolded and restrained.
I
had
messaged
a
to him.
thing.
I had already met him. I
I
was
forget. Does
handling
message
it.
allow me to
Yes.
respond?
Yes.
It does allow you to respond. There's
Okay.
no
25
actual
words.
in the spell. There's no actual word
No,
limit.
that's sending, Rob.
Oh, that's short.
Sending
it's
is 25
My bad.
words.
Yeah, that's sending.
Message.
Okay.
He whispers back, and I can hear it.
Okay.
All right.
But
so
I'm the only one that can hear it.
I would
I mean-
just mutter under my breath to you then and just be like, well, I was feeling impatient and I wanted to see if there was anything I could steal. Honestly, I was going to just rob the place while everyone was busy downstairs.
I was setting up a con on Ivan.
I mean, you still have that, but now we've got the opportunity to make 20,000 gold for a simple letter delivery.
Only if only I cared
I
about
could have made
gold.
20,000
Oh,
gold with a
wait,
simple
I
forgery.
Don't.
He motions for you all to sit around. You guys see a U-shaped couch with a fire in the center. Or
I will
at-
sit in front of the couch on the floor, crisscross applesauce.
There's a fireplace. That's what I'm at. There's a fireplace there. It circles around. If you don't mind.
I sit
Gonna
in
remain
front of the
standing.
couch, crisscross applesauce.
He's fine. He just
I'm
wants you all
standing.
over there. The guards close the door as you all enter. And that's where we're going to wrap up tonight.
Okay.
Woo!
Starting next week with a potential proposition.
That I can't wait to
I
just.
propose someone jams me in his mouth and I shoot firebolt down his throat.
Okay.
God.
I'll load you in my crossbow.
There is no fucking hesitate. Where's my spells? Hold on.
Oh my god.
We can take.
This has delved into chaos as always.
I
The
cast
thing is,
invisibility on you, and I
you
use
ha-
Mage Hand. When he goes to say something, I shove you into his mouth with my Mage
I
Hand.
will cast
Well,
Bane
the
on
thing
him.
is,
So
Mage
any
Hand
save he needs
actually
to make
isn't
is fuck.
invisible. Like, most people assume it is, but it's not unless you have this
It's only-
specific...
I think
Warlock.
it's
there's-
only gets that get an invisible one.
Yeah.
But
No,
what
Arcane
is
Trickster.
translucent is semi-transparent. It's harder to see than a little fairy flying around.
Arcane Tricksters get invisible.
But wouldn't
too.
you see the fairy through the hand? I mean, fair.
Invisibility.
Then why
Oh,
not
yeah.
just turn him invisible and wait
Let him fly.
for him to fly himself in there?
Because then I can also mush the guy in the face with a Mage Hand.
I mean,
And it's
valid.
dropping 5
Valid.
pounds of force?
Valid. I
10
would do
pounds
that
of
as
force,
well.
sir. And have you been hit in the nose with 10 pounds of force? It fucking hurts.
I mean, yeah.
But that's where we're gonna end tonight. As always, thank you guys for joining me, my players. Thank you in chat for following in. Thank you for D&D for Awesome for the raid. Spoiler alert: I don't pay much attention to chat during sessions, so sorry I didn't actually give you any attention for it. I do appreciate it though. But yeah, that's where we're gonna end tonight. Next week we will be picking up with that. Thank you all.
That is a picture of a backyard.
The backyard. Again.
Bye.
Sorry,
I hate you.
Okay.
I had just looked at the
I still
picture.
have a better idea.
Oh God,
I don't want to tell you, Brian.
that's valid. I accept this. I'm ending stream here though.
DM
guys.
me.
Night, guys.